Coming up next, James Austin Johnson. But first, a lot of words from our sponsor. Dana,
David,
we did our first live show in beautiful Austin, Texas.
You know, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. We actually did our podcast live for an audience.
Yeah, it was really fun. You know, when in Texas, I always stop by Jersey Mike's. No, this isn't an ad, but sometimes I go to Jersey Mike's. But if I have a date and it's too casual, they have a new one next door, the nicer version, Jersey Michael's.
Like Lorne Michaels?
Yeah, it's like a 2-star. It's in case you want to up it a notch.
Jersey Mike's is where you get all your good stuff.
I've heard about it.
We had James Austin Johnson in Austin.
And he was great. He's a present cast member on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And
does Biden and Trump and other things.
And he's in a lot of sketches.
Does a tremendous Trump. Many people, terrific. I'm telling you, many people are saying, excuse me.
Excuse me. I wasn't interrupting.
A lot of people. He was awesome. And we break down his impression of Trump very specifically and what he did with it, right?
We talk about SNL, going to the after parties, live audiences. The live audiences was actually way more fun than I thought because I thought it would be kind of quiet, but they were such a fucking great crowd. They got into everything. They were listening to everything.
They were really into it. It's amazing.
They listened to you a little bit. They listened to me a lot.
They were a little quiet, but it's at points. But
and then he was great, and we did a big Q&A at the end, a big fucking fat Q&A. No net.
Yeah.
No rules.
No rules. Just ad-libbing. I fell asleep twice during it.
During my
eyes were open. No, just it was an hour and a half. I came in. I got up at 5. I flew a long way. I was kind of low energy. Let me tell you something. You're going to be happy. Like you wouldn't believe, this is one of the best podcasts we've ever done.
It wound up being a great one. It was a great one.
He's just a young man. I hate it when you get old and you go, this kid, he's like 47. He's like 32. He's in the clubs. He's going along. He did a Instagram thing, and then suddenly he's on SNL, and his wife has a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, what a life turn, and he's killing it on the show, and he's just a nice... Backstage, we got into, I'm not calling it a brawl, but there was some physicality.
Yeah.
Remember you held down James?
We had to keep the two camps apart. Dana's camp,
right,
and James's team. Do you have a team or a camp?
I don't have anybody. I don't have a Heather.
Dana just walks out like Biden backstage. Hello? Is this the show?
I don't like show business.
No, you're at Saddle Ranch. You're way off.
Come on, I never did that. That's Pirates of the Caribbean, what they said. The people are the pirates.
Biden just gave a speech. He's like, did they ever find out about Johnny Depp and the poop? And they're like, sir, can you stay on focus?
Your wife, poop on the bed and the pirates. Come on. I can do this.
Anyway, James, he's a stand-up. I watched his stand-up. I asked him about his stand-up questions. I asked him about how he came up with them. I read some of his jokes.
He's an actor. He's a stand-up. Yeah.
And we had a great time.
We had a great time. And James, if you're seeing this, we love you, man.
James, sorry.
That's just good on the stage.
Sorry we made you pay for our valet. I don't bring any cash when I go on the road.
We were at the Four Seasons. He was at the Lucky 8.
I was at the Five Seasons.
Five Seasons? That's more than one.
It has Indian summer.
Yeah, they had Tito's in the bar. I don't drink that flavor.
Every time I was home and I go to my mom, do you have Tito's if I come to your house? Because I'm a little bit of a boozy Susie. And she goes, oh, I don't know if we have Cheetos. I know we have Cheez-Its. That's close. I go, where are you getting Cheetos? Oh, from Tito's. And then I said it again at dinner. I go, did you get any Tito's? She goes, we don't have Cheetos. I told you. I go, Mom, I'm 2 feet away. Why are you still getting Cheetos from this? And I already said Tito's.
Cheetos and Tito's. One is a flavorful, salty orange snack.
Yeah.
And the other is
booze.
Mexican booze. I know someone whose mom, they go for a car trip, and his mom's like 85, and she always wants a case of Bud Light for the car trip. She's like 85.
She's the grandma on
Bud Lights
vacation.
all the way up. Yeah. But
anyway,
your
James,
mom's adorable. Remember
she's so adorable. She loves
shoot?
you.
I love her.
She likes you more than me. Oh, where's Dana? He's so funny.
So those texts were real that I'm getting?
Yeah, at midnight.
Really? From Spudley's mom? I wish you were my son.
She starts with "You up?
Oh, I always just say hello.
What up,
when I
church
text.
lady?" I go, "You." I text like a rapper. I go, "Yo, yo, yo," but it's like Morse code. Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, yo, bro. That's kind of
Yo, yo. Do you have a yo-yo?
So, because it was a live podcast, we decided to do a little stand up front. And from my side of it, I hadn't done a lot of stand up because of the pandemic. You've heard of it, COVID. And so I just did my Texas bits. So you'll hear 3 of those because those are 3 impressions that I did. Texans, and it's a local stand up trick to kind of do local stuff. They went crazy, David.
I did a little bit of a grab bag. Just to get them settled in, introduce us, and then we went right to the meat and potatoes.
David's stand-up is really sharp right now, and you have a Netflix
this.
special coming out, right?
26th, which will be either 2 weeks from now or 3 days ago, depending on when this airs.
And everyone has an N95 mask in the audience?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could have waited 6 weeks? I'm just saying, bro.
I mean, bro.
Yo.
It's like
6 weeks later, you got fresh face.
And they weren't clapping either because they had them in straight jackets.
No, they were drenched in sweat and asphyxiated. Bronchial spasm.
Wrong.
No one can watch a special in an N95. You got to get an N92. I know where to get them. I know how to get it. You're going to be happy. Many people are saying it. But it'll be interesting to watch your special. Were there audience shots with people with the N95s?
No, we had to borrow some from the Academy Awards 5 years ago where people are applauding.
On my special, we just had Will Smith's face as laughing in the audience.
The giggle before the Armageddon.
What are you talking about?
All right, here he is. James Austin Johnson. Well. Yeah. Nice. They're filing in. I busted out the V-neck special. It's good to see everyone. This place is beautiful. My God. I haven't been in Austin since the 2 summers ago for the Humidity Festival. Yeah! The Humidity Festival. I'm not going to explain them all, guys. It's going to keep moving like a train. Jesus, Dana. They played Zeppelin. You remember Zeppelin, don't you? Some people do not. It's a tragedy. I was out with a bunch of young people, and that song came on. I go, yeah, Zepp, and they go, Zeppelin. No, I go, you don't know who Led Zeppelin is, and she goes, dude, I don't know who Maroon 5 is. All right, I'm young and you're old. Is there a problem? I go, no, get your edamame, whatever. No, it's nice to see people. Thank you, whoever made it down. I appreciate it. We want to have a good time. It's very nice. I know there's a lot to choose from. Actually, I saw Tim Dillon last night. He's great. It's always a lot of fun here in Austin. If you could sit the fuck down. And no, I'm so appreciative. Sit up. And because I played parking lot shows for 2 years. It was very tough. Honestly, I would play a drive-in theater. They'd have 500 cars, and it was horrible. First of all, it was dead silent. I didn't realize that people were inside the car. I didn't think ahead. It was dead silent. And then, and I'm trying to have fun with it going, hey, where my Camrys at? I'm trying to like loosen up. And then about 30 minutes later, I hear, meep, meep. Hey, this Geo Prism knows what I'm talking about. It's embarrassing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go off. I'm going to bring Dana out, and he's going to talk to you, and then we're going to both come out. So I'll see you in 2 minutes. Here you go. Dana Carvey, everybody.
No, sorry. I'm closer in age to Biden than I am any other president I've ever done. So I know he has tight hip flexors. Yeah, we're chilling. Let's do it. Gotta do this thing. It's a pie. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean. Come on. So my name is still on top. Fuck. Awesome. That means a lot. I haven't done stand-up in 17 years, so this is a little rusty for me. I owe everything to Texas, and I'll explain that. My entire career is based on Texas. And I'm not kidding. George Bush Sr., Texas. Ross Perot, Texas. George Bush Jr., Texas. George Bush Sr., that was the innocent time of political comedy. Gotta do it, education, talking like this, going out there. I didn't know what he thought about my impression. There was no Twitter. He could have, if it was today, he'd be at home going, Dana Garney doing that impression of me again, waving his arms around like a spastic monkey. Hashtag dick. Could have been. Ross Perot, do you remember him? Anyone over 50? He was a gift from God. He was so naturally funny. Can I finish one time? Can I finish one time? There was a bit of James Brown to him. Can I finish one time? Can I finish? You're not listening. Can I finish one time? Then we got W, the third Texan. That was a happy frat boy. He was just fun. He would tell jokes, they were funny. Two Irishmen walk out of a bar. It could happen. He was the only one who could have debated Trump, because he had that light on his feet kind of thing. Hey, Trump, who does your hair? Stupid cuts. That joke's so good, I'm going for a little ride. So before we light the candle, I just wanted to, because people always ask me, we're having fun doing this podcast. We get to see our friends and we get to talk to them about this seminal moment in their lives of being on this crazy, intense show that just won't quit. It goes on and on. And I think one of my singular famous encounters and one of my favorite moments, it's very quick, but when you're on Saturday Night Live, these things happen to you. I was at the party after the show. I'm with Neil Young. We're having a few glasses, Neil Young, super fan. We're having a glass of wine, I'm having a beer, and we're talking. And he looks up, and he sees Chris Farley, and he just says like this, "That fat kid's funnier than shit."
Oh, dude. Oh, well, we'll tell him when we get out. Introduce your boy, and then we'll tell a stupid story.
Okay, here's a kindred spirit, my brother from another mother, the brilliant impressionist and comedian who just came out of nowhere, and he's with us tonight. We're going to find out. We're going to get underneath the hood. And James Austin Johnson!
Yeah! Oh, there he is.
Y'all started looking that way, so I did a big loop. I was over there, and
I didn't know what was going on.
Hey, this is cool. Let's just have a casual conversation with all these people looking at us.
We'll see how it goes.
oh, there's people.
James, we heard backstage you're getting so famous you're going to add a name to your name.
Yeah.
Are you looking for 4 or 5
Do you get
names?
teased about your name? Because I heard you're playing in Florida and you're being introduced as James Fort Lauderdale Johnson.
Yeah, the name, a lot of people don't know this, is that the name changes based on the cities that I perform in. Last
Very
week.
chameleon.
Okay, what?
Something hilarious. What's a hilarious city name? You name it, and that's
Winnemucca.
Yeah, James Winnemucca Johnson. I was born James Nashville Johnson. I'm from Tennessee. So.
Smart.
What's your middle name, David?
I don't know. Let's go to the phones.
Let's go to the phone, Spade.
No, it's Wayne. David Wayne.
David Wayne? No, your real middle name. That's ridiculous. Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, it's a fly. You guys.
By the way, James, and just forget Dana's here. Talk to me. But when I flew here, this is a mildly funny story about a 2 out of 10. So I was on.
Thanks for the warning.
I was on Southwest, and what happened was, we're on there, and halfway through, they're like, because I go, do they have any food? And they're like so offended I would even ask. I go, is it steak or chicken? They're like, oh, do you remember when they had food on planes? I go, I know, it's stupid. But she goes, we have 5 bags of peanuts left. Halfway through the flight, we're going to shoot them out with a T-shirt gun. But she goes, so look alive, heads up. But then, about 10 minutes before we landed, she goes, we have an announcement. And she came in the middle of the aisle, for real. She goes, you guys, we have an announcement. And she goes, no more masks, and threw it. And then everyone cheered. And then she pulled out a garbage bag, and everyone went, yeah. And then we go, oh, wait, we need them in the airport. But we were so excited, I thought it was a joke.
I had a drunk woman next to me on the way out. She goes, no more masks and no more bras.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I just made that up.
Oh, man.
That's a planned, cute bit. When's your special come out?
26.
Okay, mine was an ad lib. Here's what I do. It's a 9 a.m. flight. James, we'll talk about. We both have a terrible fear of flying.
Well, I'm working on mine, and I feel like with cognitive behavioral therapy, I've really come a long way, Dana.
Really?
I encourage it for you as well. I think that just exposure could be a boon for both of us.
It's never totally. I'm better at it, but it's a 10 a.m. flight. Everyone's having hot coffee, and I'd say, could I have a beer? And they go, okay. And then later on they go, would you like another? And I pretend it's their idea. Oh, really? Oh, all right.
It's only special
beer, but I only had 2 beers on a 2-hour flight.
I had 1 wine on my 3.5-hour flight, and that's a big deal because normally I have 4 or 5 bottles on the flight.
I have to fly sober. I mean, I can't. To get completely fearless would take a quart of vodka, and I can't afford that. I only drink light beer. But did you have therapy about it?
I remember talking to my therapist about the flight anxiety thing. I was like, what if I get that was like my excuse for not trying hard at comedy was like, what if I get successful? I have to fly all the time. I'm afraid of flying. And the truth was, I just wasn't a very good comic at the time, so no one was going to be hiring me to fly anywhere at the moment.
I asked my therapist about flying, and she goes, "Oh, it's the worst. Oh, it's the worst. I hate it." That was my.
That was her answer.
Yeah. That was her answer. I'm terrible. Oh yeah. Oh God, me too.
So you can't help me at all. Great. All right. Very good.
So let's circle around to James Austin Johnson.
Let's get back to him for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
I don't really know where to start. If you'd like to go through when you first started doing stand-up,
sure.
I mean, it's kind of an interesting trajectory that you took.
So in like drama classes in middle school, I memorized like 8 minutes of this clean comic, whose first album was called Rebel Without a Curse. So you know what you're getting. Brad Stein. This guy, Brad Stein. And I memorized stuff about airbags. It was 90s stand-up comedy, and I just memorized like 8 minutes of it, and then as like a 13-year-old or whatever, I would be going to these monologue competitions in empty public schools at 7 p.m. at night while a sullen volunteer listens to me do 7 minutes of someone else's stand-up comedy.
Well, wait a minute. Monologue competitions at empty public schools at night.
Yep.
Okay.
And you would, because I used to memorize Steve Martin. I get that. You'd lock into. I didn't want to be a comedian, but I loved comedy like most kids.
Yeah.
Memorized Steve Martin. I listened to George Carlin. There was some back then. So it was really, I took pride in knowing that stuff. So I get what you're saying.
Well, that's really great source material. I don't know if I can honor the source. The source material I was cribbing from wasn't one of the greats, necessarily.
Did you have an ear before that? Like when you were 7 or 8 or 9?
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice? So was it birds or people, or what were you doing?
Well, I'm the youngest in my family, and I grew up in a very conservative Christian environment, and all of life was sort of oriented around my very important and powerful pastor grandfathers. Like my dad's dad was a very important pastor in our church, in the global church of the Nazarene. That's the denomination I came from. And then my mom's dad was a college president of a Nazarene college. So I was just always competing for attention from people who were 60 years, 70, 80, 90 years older than me.
Church rock stars.
Church rock stars.
Interesting.
That
So I-
were
so
you in
I-
a church town? Were you in a church?
Yeah, Nashville is like very, very, very
It is?
churchy. Yeah, you even like a lot of people in Nashville.
I was there. It didn't seem like it at first glance.
You were at the Hedonist Hut downtown
Yeah.
having a cocktail.
Hold on, David.
I was at Kid Rock's country shit show bar, and it didn't seem like.
David, are you? Sorry, hold on for a moment. Are you suggesting there might be a level of hypocrisy among conservative Christian environments?
I don't know.
I just remember like learning, whether like if it was. I remember learning Daryl Hammond's Al Gore, not knowing anything about politics.
Oh wow.
And just repeating that for like adults at church, and then flipping out that like a child is like doing lockbox
Well,
or whatever.
I happened to do it tonight because it was just available.
Yeah.
But you must have a handle on Tennessee.
You look a little like Al Gore.
Al Gore, well, a
you did-
YouTube commenter said Wayne Gretzky the other night, and I didn't feel very good about that.
Wayne
That's not
Gretzky?
bad. He's a stud.
He's a sexy guy, right?
Yeah, way sexier.
Yeah.
Let me rank who's sexy of the men. No, go ahead. But were you always? We're jumping around, but
That's okay.
Did you go into stand up mostly to do impressions, or were you just a straight stand up
No.
that stumbled into it?
No, I mean, the impressions was just something fun that I would do sometimes with friends, but like soon after doing those monologue competitions and stuff, my dad was like, hey, do you want to fill time at this event at the college? And I did that. I was just like, I was 14 and I said, I'm going to do my own stuff. And like an hour before the show, I wrote a set. I just wrote it. I had no clue how to do stand-up. And the first 2 times I did stand-up at 14, I did great. And then every time until I was maybe 23 was an absolute shit show.
Yeah, that happened to me. The first one, hey, I got this, and then 2 years of
Did
bombing.
you go up with anything you knew what you were going to do, Dana, or what did you do?
I had, these are 70s classics. I had a Captain Kirk bit.
Fuck yeah. Right down the middle.
Right down the middle. I had the only thing that saved me, and I'm going to ask you if you had a fail safe, was Jimmy Stewart as a waiter. Even in a bar with Hell's Angels throwing beer at me, that would always kill. And it was the only impression I really could do.
Really?
Was Jimmy Stewart. Should I do it?
Of course.
You need me to... You need one of us to guide you
I'm
in?
not proud of it. It's just my love of Jimmy Stewart was so extreme. I wanted to learn to do him. So, no, it's called a tease. My point
he's
is
ramping
this.
up.
I was driving around the peninsula near San Francisco in a Volkswagen Bug with my stoned out friends. I'm like 21, and all of a sudden and I don't know if this has happened to you, but all of a sudden it kind of hit me. I mean, literally, all of a sudden I could do Jimmy Stewart. And this is not a bit. There was a Jack in the Box. I had my friends go in. I went through the drive-through to see if it would work. This is an absolute story, real time. We take your order, please? I said, yeah. I'll have a jumbo jack and cheese. But then later on, it was a bit, and he's just a waiter. Can I take your order? Well, we're not ready yet. Well, I got 10 other tables. What am I, a dancing monkey? Well, we want to know the specials. I told you the specials 10 minutes ago. What? Well, fuck you too.
Oh, no.
That was the fail-safe in the bars. Did you have a bit that would always work?
Oh yeah, I mean the thing that I always dig out is this. I do this long setup, especially if I've already been tanking. I do this a lot at colleges where like if it's already like silent.
Can't imagine.
Like anytime I talk during this podcast. If it's like been silent, I will start telling this long story about like, well, I didn't want to be a comedian. I wanted to be a recording engineer, and then I have this line that I say over and over. I know it's not the funniest part of the show. I know it's a little indulgent, but you know what? It's a piece of my
process.
life. No, that's the line.
Yeah.
That's the line that I say over and over. I know it's not the funniest part of the show. I know it's a little self-indulgent, but you know what? It's a piece of my life, and I like to share it with you. And I end up saying that like 9 times, and hopefully the smart people realize that I'm just setting up a big dumb bit.
Let's hear.
But I'm just like, did you guys know that the Eagles are Scottish? The band, the Eagles, are Scottish. I used to work in the studio in Scotland and kept seeing the Eagles on the wall all the time. And I was like, hey, why are the Eagles always recording here? And my supervisor, I know it's not the funniest part of the show. Maybe it's a little self-indulgent, but it's a piece of my life, and I like to share it. And
This is what this podcast is
That's
about.
all it is. All me doing is Dana do his talk, and then
my supervisor said, did you know the Eagles are actually Scottish? And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And he's like, yeah, they changed their voices in post-production to make them sound like they're from California. It was a big marketing thing. And, and before I go, I just tell you, what's a famous Eagles song, and I'll tell you what it was like to hear the original cut. I got to hear all the original demos. So
Hotel California.
Hotel California was really interesting. Hotel California has a really interesting story behind it. Hotel California is kind of like, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. So I do like 5 Eagles songs, and then I say, did you know that any song is Scottish? Every song ever recorded, any song was originally Scottish. Did you know that that's true? And I just wait till people start shouting,
Songs.
Party in the USA, Miley Cyrus, or something like that. Any song.
give it to us. Freebird.
I'm as free as a bird now! Like, by the end of it, my voice is thrashed, and then I can't do my job in New York City anymore. And
It's impressive because I see you here kind of laid back, and then when I see that come out of you, it's like, okay, that's coming from someplace. It's hard to yell that loud, but we'll get to your trumpet.
No, Dana, I saw this young gentleman do stand-up at a place called YouTube today. And, but you were on a big show called Hot Tub. I don't know what that is exactly.
Yeah.
But they...
it's in East Hollywood.
You've done a lot of acting.
Oh, is that a club?
It's Hot Tub is like a show that started in New York. It's hosted by Kurt Braunohler and Kristen Schaal. You probably know Kristen Schaal.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But they host that every Monday at the Virgil in East Hollywood, in Silver Lake.
Okay, so I saw a clip of you on there, and we're going to go over some of your jokes.
Okay. This is terrifying.
Oh, this is interesting.
I hit up Dana today. I said, I think these are pretty funny. You said Stevie Wonder. There's a song where he talks about how pretty the women are, and you go, why would Stevie Wonder care if they were pretty? And then you say, because he's married. And I thought that was a good misdirect joke.
Yeah, I saw that.
you.
That's a good joke.
Thank you.
I didn't see it coming, and then you told... No, you don't... Oh, I didn't mean to say that. That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
And you said you had some religious jokes. You said, I go to church. I go to off-season church, which is a funny term. So that means not the big holidays. You have to go in the dead parts in the middle.
Yeah.
Where it's real church.
The red shirt church, scrimmages. Yeah.
And I like you watch Inception. You watch movies with your mom, and she talks. She has questions the whole time just for you.
Yeah.
And wants answers from you during movies, and then you pick Inception, which is funny because it's like the hardest movie to follow.
Yeah.
And then all your mom says is, "Are you gay?"
Yeah, that's her question.
That's her question the whole movie.
These are great jokes. It's killing.
Those are great jokes. I'm telling them, and they're working because they're great. You did a great job, and they're just funny thoughts, I think. And you were a bit of a Bible thumper. Was that always your whole life? Because some of your jokes, any of them R-rated? Are any of your jokes dirty?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, now they are? But they started not.
No, I was only like a teen Christian comedian. I was only concerned about the like clean Christian comedy until I was maybe like 17 or 18. And then from then on, I wanted to be accepted by the wider world.
And you said, we're going to talk for a few minutes about poontang.
Poontang. No, I
changed gears here.
I don't get that rough. I don't know. It's because you want to appeal to as many people as possible, right?
Also, you have a look, you have a feel that I have this too a little bit, not as much, but you sort of cemented your brand of comedy, and they buy a certain type from you. And I think I was on TV for a long time, and not a lot of people knew I did stand up, so they knew me from PG-13 TV shows and movies. And so if I went too far beyond that, they would quiet down. So I had to feel it out like a boxer where they didn't want it too rough from me. And I think Dana's kind of like that too. You're not that dirty.
Well, I think on Saturday Night Live, you have some parameters. You have a censor guy, and so you're limited, which is kind of nice. You like to have some boundaries of what you can do because then you have to get more clever. I mean, Seinfeld famously had a joke that had an F-bomb in it, and he worked for like 3 years in a room to like make it just as funny without the F-bomb.
Right.
But I said fuck a lot tonight because I hadn't done stand-up in a while. If I do a lot of stand-up, those F-bombs go way down because I'm not as jumpy. So sorry about that.
It is funny to be like at a table read and watch like one line in a sketch be like, like there was one thing where Bowen and 80 were doing their pop group thing. This is like this Glitter Revolution.
Yeah.
And they have like a catchphrase at the end of their little like pop group song about Costco or whatever. And their catchphrase for this one was "Pussies to the sky." And you're like watching Lorne being like reacting of like, they're not going to say that on the television. And then, you get there and you watch it at Dress and it's holes to the sky. So I've been hearing hole a lot. On SNL.
Almost grosser.
It is grosser. It's more disturbing.
Yeah, they do that with censorship. They give you a different word that's more sickening and more offensive.
Yeah, it is. Just let them say the gross word because the alternatives are so
well, I had
terrifying.
that with Church Lady, which I've talked about before.
Yeah,
but I couldn't say. They said that she can't say penis that much, so I had to swap out penis and then do something like that. And it was kind of like your naughty, throbbing, engorged loaf is willing and ready. It was way, way more pornographic.
Bulbous, redheaded meat missile.
Yes. Throbbing and willing. It's like, so they go, that's terrific.
Yeah, good.
Great.
You fixed that problem.
No more penis. Welcome to throbbing Oregon.
I guess we should ask this guy when the SNL, because we want to get to SNL stuff.
Sure,
but
yeah.
when you all the basic stuff, you're on the road doing stand up. Are you a middle? Are you a headliner?
Oh, featuring for like 10 years straight.
I was a middle.
20,
That's the act before the headliner. You do about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
That's when I got hired too. So, and you were a full headliner.
Yeah, but I came up early. They were just trying to, can you do 45? I went to a toy store to get bits. I had a trunk like Robin Williams, my idol. I got a guitar because I could fill time. It was they were just building comedy clubs at that time. But so you're a feature act. So take us back, like I know you're married and you just had a child.
Yeah.
So before your wife got pregnant, how many months? Yeah.
How
Give it up for my son Homer, everyone.
How did you get her pregnant?
You debut on SNL in early October 2021.
Yeah.
So if you take us back before, you were just married and you were a feature act on the road, right? How many months before you became this superstar? Right.
Oh, I was featuring pretty regularly, just like flying out to random clubs, like once every 2 or 3 months, like not steady work, but whenever like a buddy would be able to throw me a bone and
Honey, I'm off to Gutbusters. Okay, see you soon.
Yeah,
That's a real one.
Just some
Gutbusters.
Oh, really? Sir laughs a lot.
Honey, I'm off to sleep in a comedy condo with some grown men smoking Camel Blues indoors and playing Metal Gear Solid. It's such a weird lifestyle, and I in that period when it started to take off for me, that was the height of my plane anxiety and fear, and that kept me from reaching for the stars.
Did fame calm it down a little bit?
Did fame calm it down? So when my wife and I got back together, so she was my first girlfriend ever. Then we broke up for like 5 years, and a lot of my time in LA, I was single, and then we got back together in 2017. And that's when I did JFL in Montreal. I was a new face there, just for laughs,
right.
And my career started to like take shape, and I was like, oh, I could probably actually do this professionally.
And can I just ask you what? So she was your first love, and then 5 years, and then what made you come back around? Do you think, if you could share that with us? It's maybe kind of. Is
And
she?
make it as personal as possible.
Is she? My wife's Irish Catholic to the core.
Oh, really?
And so I like religious people.
I mean, my wife and I aren't religious. Our families are, though.
Oh,
so we're
okay.
the like.
You have sex?
We have sex, yes.
She whispered it and said, "Ask him."
Austin is nasty tonight.
Filthy.
Yeah, let's see. We when we got back together, I saw her on Instagram. I saw that she was in LA for a Dolly Parton show, and I thought maybe we'd hook up or
Here
something.
we go. Hashtag Dolly Parton show. Let's see who's there.
I thought we'd get beers and like make out a little bit or something. I was like, oh yeah, maybe we'll hook up. That'll be sweet. And then we just like immediately were like engaged like within very, very quickly.
That's
it was one of
nice.
those things where it's like, I'm marrying this person. So when she's studying to be a counselor, her dad is like a counselor, her mom is a counselor, and they sort of helped me adjust to like flying, and like they helped me sort of hook into overcoming my like crippling anxiety with travel and all that stuff, and I'm just good at it now.
How
I
are you
enjoy
with
it now.
anxiety on Saturday Night Live? You know, Bill Hader. It was just horrible for him.
Crying and sobbing in the bathroom.
Panics.
You knew the bathroom he's talking about, right?
Yeah, I know. I go in there
SNL.
sometimes.
Yeah, the sob chamber.
That's a co-ed bathroom, and I will say that I have anxiety shits sometimes.
Okay, we're gonna go to a quick commercial.
We're going to do a deep dive on the.
So it's not fun to. It's not
Now,
fun
what kind
to.
of load are we talking about?
Are we talking loafs?
No, I don't really have anxiety with SNL. It's like it's the.
What?
It's the only thing. It's like the job that I truly enjoy. Now, am I having fun live? I can't say that I am loose and having fun yet. I am too fearful of not getting the cards right and not getting the camera cut right, and I'm still totally stuck on all that. But the job is super fun. Like it's hearing y'all talk to like Bill about loosening up in your like 4 or 5 seasons in, playing around, like watching Keenan, how he can like grab his card really quick and like go back into the scene. Like I'm just watching the experts do it, and I'm hoping that I'll absorb that soon.
There's nothing like just doing it over and over again. But yeah,
Exactly.
you'll get looser.
There's a feel of always wondering if your job is steady and if you're gonna get fired. So, which is legit. Everyone does.
I didn't really have that. I got to be honest. I got lucky.
It's true.
I had the church lady the first
I
night
know
out.
you
so-
came out of the box hot, and I was more just trickling in over time, and it was tougher because they could have cut me and no one would have noticed. That was the hard part. You came out, they would have noticed.
Well, you were my understudy.
Oh yeah, I came in as his understudy, so it was like, we have a good one of that. So do we need the other one? I was literally like,
No, Lauren would say to me,
Fucking
David's
Aaron
always
Rodgers
ready.
waiting for
David's always ready, Dana. And you'd sit behind me and read through.
and I go, don't blow it, guy. But did you?
You were always funny.
Did you? Oh yeah. When did Lauren call you? No. First of all, you auditioned. And do you audition all stand-up or impressions or both?
Okay, so I was just like a straight stand-up pretty much all my career, and it was really during the pandemic that I started like when I did New Faces in 2017, I did Louis C.K. It's part I did
As an impression?
I did like spiritual Louis C.K. That was like my closer. Was like, do you ever just have like a moment with the universe or God, or however you define that presence in your life, and you go and it's amazing. You go outside and the sky is blue, and that's enough.
Damn! That's like a magic trick.
It's a magic trick. I do like.
And
To me, it's like a magic trick.
my daughter's a dick. Yeah.
And you had Louis, and that was your only one?
That was the only. I would just.
Were you doing it on TikTok? Because I swear to God,
No.
I thought I saw you. Did you walk around and film yourself doing Trump?
Yeah, so like when the pandemic happened and comedy died in LA, I would just my wife and I were just stuck in our 200-year-old apartment in Glendale in a crumbling rat-infested building.
$22,000 a month.
Exactly. Have you seen my bills?
I love it.
And I would just go out on those walks by myself, and that's really where the Trump started to truly take shape. I would try it on stage, and I would do the thing that a lot of people do with Trump, where they just say the crazy things he said.
Yeah.
And half the people were pissed off that I was reminding them that he said crazy shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And the other half of the people were like, you can't talk about Jesus Christ that way. There was like, I could never get the room because half the people were like obsessed with him and the other half were like, don't even mention Voldemort. So when I started talking about like wizards and swords and like stuff that makes no sense, that's like, that's when the audience started enjoying the Trump
Dana,
impression.
I saw this clown. I was like, maybe it was Instagram, but
Instagram and Twitter.
It popped up, and it was like you're walking, but it didn't seem to match your face. Like the voice, I thought was really Trump, and you were just mouthing along because you were talking very casually, and it was stream of conscious. You were talking about different things, and it's very hard to be put on the spot and do an impression because. You know, I've done a few in my day, but I see how Dana does it. And there's little hooks you do, like any impressionist. And so if you can't go to those hooks, because you sort of memorize a bit in your act where you get to hit all the good spots. But like if you're on a radio show and they go, hey, what would he think about this? And you're like, oh, shit. Like, A, you don't have any jokes about it. And B, you're just trying to talk and match the tones and everything. That's really hard to do and all the shading. And you were doing it. And I was like, this guy's pretty good. I remember sending it to people. And then when you got SNL, I go, is that same dude that was just walking around the neighborhood?
just walking around.
But it sounded so good that I wasn't really shocked. I just go, I can't believe they found him.
That's, I did get lucky. I think it may have been, because I had a podcast called What Things Are What Things, where we just, we would match up what things are what things. Like, what Jackass cast members are what sandwich ingredients. We'd have a guest on, and they'd be like, well, I think Johnny Knoxville is probably roast turkey.
Sure.
And then they explain their answer. And I would always come on as a character. So on this podcast, that's how I got used to like doing an impression for like 10 minutes straight. So that's where I worked on Joe Biden. I did Bob Dylan. I would do Bob Dylan a lot,
What era, Bob? Like recent? Or?
I would do like the Sirius XM theme time radio Bob Dylan.
Okay.
Like the recent
Well, we got another hit by the Ink Spots. Five brothers who love to sing incredible music. And here they are singing Java Jive.
So I would do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he would spin off talking about his son Jacob Dylan, like,
Oh no, Jacob Dylan didn't want to hang out with his father for a damn. I said, I want to go to IKEA. Why can't you bring me to IKEA with you? I like to pick up a little pencil. I like to mark down what couches we found affordable. Why won't you go to IKEA with your father, Jacob Dylan?
I'm waiting for that on SNL. That's awesome.
I want to do, we pitched
a new
it.
Bob Dylan
Work it
impression.
in.
We pitched it. So those,
that time will come. I just feel like right now.
We're just not ready yet.
Yeah, so Dana, you'll do David. David will do Dana.
Oh, yeah. That's Lauren. I was going to say, do you have a Lauren?
I do there's a lot of Lorns that people do, and I think the Lorn that you do, I think, is rooted in the era probably that you met him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
it's a little deeper now.
He's a little deeper now, and it's like,
Well, it's almost spring. It's almost spring, and people will be going outside.
he's very soft-spoken.
Maybe a good show this week.
Yeah, it would be nice if we did comedy.
Any comedy lined up for read-through?
We're going to have a 2-week break, and it'd be really nice to go home and not have people mad at you.
Yeah. People ask you about the show, you'll say you enjoyed the show, and you'll be talking about the show, and James will do Dana, and David, you'll do James.
He goes to me,
all right,
David, everyone's going to tell you you're the best person on the show, and you're not.
You're not.
And I go, they do say that. Because all you do is it happens to every cast member that their friends all go, you're the funniest one on the show. And then Lauren regulates and goes,
Yeah.
That's what they tell each cast member. And, and it was kind of a wake-up call, but it was true. It's good to, because I was like, but everyone, and then I think of everyone as friend, mom, family, dad.
Like brother, sister. They fucked you, man.
Yeah,
you
you're so good. Why not?
I'm going to break down just for my own amusement.
Yeah, sure.
James's awesome Trump, because I think that the way you do it is like free association jazz, and I know you can.
I wanted to say that a podcast clip of mine that I think it caught on with like Seth Meyers and his group of friends, because it was Trump talking about 2000s New York alt comedy. It was like I had been doing Trump.
Do you want to do it a little bit?
Then our guest Whit Thomas was like, "Hey, weren't you a comic back then in the 2000s in New York?" And I'd be like,
Oh yeah, you know what? It was so wonderful to be with comedy. You know what? With comedy, it was never about the shows. It was never about the shows. It was about the diner afterwards. We loved the diner. And I'd be eating pancakes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, he's a little tamer back then.
Can I talk, please? She's not giving me any moment to talk. I'm eating pancakes with Patrice O'Neill, and I just can't believe that I get to do this every night. It's so wonderful. Greatest city on earth. You do Gotham, and you do Rafifi, and maybe you'd get a spot at the Boston or something, and a couple dollars in your pocket, and you say, oh, this is a pretty good gig. Made $300 tonight, maybe buy a PlayStation or go to Gap.
There's so much detail in that, and you did the little breath thing, Here, I'll give you
"Thank you very much."
I'll read these as myself.
Okay.
Like, these are just Trump things that you've incorporated with free association. I bet you never wrote these down or anything, but I watched your thing. Okay. Frankly, let me tell you, you're going to be seeing a lot of it. I can tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I can tell you, Let me
tell you, frankly.
Okay, let me tell you.
You can read it if you can read those.
Frankly, let me tell you, you're going to be seeing a lot of. Excuse me. I can tell you that. That I can tell you. I can tell you that. when you look at.
Yeah, that connector phrase. Like, ask me something that I do. So you're going to be a reporter. You're going to ask the real Trump a question he doesn't have an answer to. So I'm just going to not have an answer to it.
Right. So do you think we're going to increase exporting natural gas to Europe?
When you look at what China's doing in terms of esports. Really, when you look at all of it, if you look at gas, gas is one thing, but frankly, when you're looking at all the rest of it, I can tell you that, when you look at what they're doing with, and look at what the Democrats have told us.
Oh, I love it. The way that he can, let's do another one. He'll just spin it off into like his mesmerizing way of talking in some other
flip
place.
the page. There's more if you want to see. I had to write.
And it didn't work out so great for some of those people.
And it didn't work out so great for some of those people.
Work out, yeah.
I love that one. Man, we were all listening to his voice for 4.5 hours every day for 5 years.
You're the one who put it all together, and then you made it into this supernatural.
And look at what they're doing.
Let's see.
Look at all of it. Frankly, look at all of it.
Look at all of it.
And people are very disappointed.
Like you wouldn't believe.
A lot of
people are very disappointed, like you wouldn't believe.
That's a big one.
There is a level of disappointment that would make your head spin, frankly. There's so much disappointment. People are angry.
What people? What are they angry about? It never matters.
He always says anybody. He says someone, and a lot of people are saying very bad things about someone.
You're hearing it more and more all the time.
It's all very end run. It's vague and it goes into a corner.
You know what?
Terrible deal, a really bad deal. You're seeing it all over the place. Many people are saying, okay.
You're seeing it all over the place. Many people.
And they're saying we don't want that. We're not people who want that. We're not people. We are going to be doing something very soon. We are going to be doing something about it. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. My favorite was when he was at the rallies during the height of COVID.
And he was like, and they can't even tell you what the 19 stands for.
It's literally 2020. It's 2020, and I'm like, context clues, what do you think the 19 probably stands for? The 2019 version of the virus?
I think that was all I had. But
man.
He does say words like old-fashioned words like terrific and fantastic. Things like your dad says, your grandmother, that aren't in the vernacular as much anymore, but he keeps throwing them in there. It's so, it reminds you that he's
do you want to do?
Oh yeah, he's 75, and it's the mix of the old-timey language and the old-timey way of thinking and speaking about people, but he's obsessed with something rude that Lady Gaga said about him on a radio show or something.
Lady Gaga was very, very rude.
Not nice.
And she was not nice.
She was not. There's also the kindergartner thing of just like breaking down what would have been a more elegant phrase with another presidential candidate and just breaking it down to like the caveman fragment, like not nice, very big.
Stone cold loser.
He's a stone cold loser.
I mean, that's where you get the 80s wrestler thing.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a little bit of 80s wrestler to it, too.
Yeah, WWE. Now, you do something, a little birdie told me, you do something, well, where someone could give you a famous TV show and you could talk about it as Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, since they don't think this is not pre-planned, you guys yell out any kind of famous
TV show?
Okay, there's 200.
What did you hear?
I can't.
The A-Team.
The A-Team? The Wonder Years?
Anything you've heard of.
You know what? With Winnie Cooper, she was very beautiful. But I don't think that Mr. Savage, Mr. Savage just needed to wait his turn. I think that he needed to wait his turn with Winnie because Winnie wasn't ready for what they were doing with Wendy. And Joe Cocker is such an awful person when you meet him. With Joe Cocker, that is someone who needs a little bit more help from his friends. I think he probably had to. You know what? They said that he got high with the help of his friends. I said, what kind of friends are that if they're helping you with drugs and they're helping you, and you look at China, you look at what they're doing with Russia, what they're doing with... Honestly, what they're doing in Austin, Texas is absolutely awful. I think it's such a terrible thing with the segways and the river and the bats. You know those bats shit everywhere. Those bats are shitting on all of it. And I said, I was looking around, they showed me the bridge, and I said, we got to do something about this bat problem. Got to do something about the bats because, and you know what they call it? Guano. Did you ever hear that? They call it guano. Have you ever heard that? I said, what the hell is guano? And they said, it's what they call the poop, and they poop straight down the front of their breast. You know, they poop, and you see the poop on their, like, what does it go in their mouths? So we've been talking to Dracula, we're talking to Frankenstein. We're going to do something about the bats, because the bats, frankly, should be sleeping horizontally. And this whole thing that Joe Biden and Kamala, they want the bats to be hanging upside down. They want you to be eating bats every night.
There needs to be a brazen claim about what something the Democrats aren't doing, but there's like a I mean, come on.
Well, that was all from the Wonder Years?
Yeah.
They were always talking about China on the Wonder Years, I remember.
Yeah.
You know, it was Savage. Savage was very involved with everything that was going on with China, in terms of
China
wall and with regard to microchips and supply chain. I mean, it's really awful with Steve Jobs and all of it. I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible.
It's like you don't really need like jokes. It's just the rhythm and the references are so funny.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like I just listen to this for hours. I mean, I just love
That's how
the flow of it.
That's how he led us for 4 years. Is because it is fun to hear him talk.
It's fun to hear it, whether you like him or not like him, whatever your politics are.
You're right.
You will probably be hypnotized by the weird rhythmic way that he speaks. I mean, it works. It does work.
Like how he'll just repeat, "You're gonna be winning like you wouldn't
It's
believe
going to
it."
be so good. Like, you just believe it because he said it 20 times in a row.
Within 1 minute.
Within 1 minute.
It's going to be so. You're not going to. It's so good. It's going to be incredible. Frankly, it's going to be very, very good.
Like, so I understand why my grandpa, who was like hardcore conservative, you know, who would never have voted for a Trump in his life. But the minute that Trump was on TV 24/7, if you just hear, "I'm going to be amazing at this," over and over and over again, and the people that hated him gave him the most airtime. They're like, "Can you believe that he's saying this?" I'm like, probably.
They call it the Trump bump on CNN. They got a billion net per year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just fun to hear him talk, and it's mesmerizing, and it works.
It's
just
good
works.
that he has energy, and then you go from that, and then Biden doesn't seem to have a ton of energy. So it's not. You're more like concerned for Biden that he's okay. Like, I hope someone's near him in case he tips. You know. So it went from Trump, this guy, and then it's just the exact opposite. So it's just not as fun for comedians to. There's not as much there, I don't think.
It's a very quiet kind of.
Yeah, he's quiet, and Biden, threading the needle with Biden is tricky. For one thing, there's just like an exhaustion in the audience, like not even just on SNL, but like when I go out and do stand-up. If I'm doing stand-up in Nashville or a blue state or wherever it is, a red state, a blue state, doesn't matter. Like, people are kind of like tired of talking about who the president is all the time, and it's like, you know, with Joe, we just know that he's going to be over there and he's going to be doing his thing. And it's like their audiences don't, it feels like they don't want you to go in on Biden. Like, I always feel like, oh, am I doing him too old? Am I playing up the stutter? Because like, if I do the stutter a lot, like, I get people who are like, you shouldn't make fun of people's stutter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have you heard how I make fun of Donald Trump?
Right.
Because
It should be
I'm
fair
pretty
game.
mean to Donald Trump. Like,
If Biden was a hardcore Republican, what would SNL do to him?
I don't know.
But it's a sensitive one. This one we
Because
never
I think
had.
Alec was clearly hates Trump, so it comes through as a mean impression. I think at least your Trump is just a funny, goofy one, like it used to be on SNL, like with Dana, with Bush, and Biden. I guess it's a little softer on him, but maybe because he seems more ginger or something. I don't know.
It's weird. It's like with Trump, it's like his body is like melting. He's like afraid of stairs. He doesn't want to walk uphill. There's like all these things where he's very like a Jacques Tati, like silent film kind of French comedy character.
Yeah.
But his brain is super sharp, and he's just ready to scream about, you know, like Sarah McLachlan. Like, he's ready to scream about a celebrity.
Anything.
It's oxygen to him.
That is
Joe, and it seems like Joe is not ready to talk. He wants to be silent. And his body, like, when you see Joe Biden, he's like always wanting to like jog around and hop on things.
I know, I was doing it. He's got tight hip flexors.
So he's... So you have the guy whose like body is there, but like,
I know,
you know, like the speech isn't rapid like Trump. He's not like a powerful like bam 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 speaker, and then he does spark up. Like you'll see when Biden like sparks up. Like when he on the campaign trail, there would every once in a while there'd be a time like right in the middle of a speech where he's like, yeah, we're gonna be working hard, start better jobs for everybody, jobs so we can get the kids working again. That'd be great. The kids can't buy cigarettes. The kids buy cigarettes. Kids used to be able to buy cigarettes. They can do it. They can do it whenever they wanted. It was good. Kids could do it whenever they wanted, and the kids love to smoke cigarettes. And then he'd like coast back down again. I was like, that's what we're working on, right? It's not about yesterday. I don't want to be president yesterday. I don't care about him.
Come on, let's get real.
It's not about yesterday. Yesterday you said you'll call Sears. I'll call today. You'll call now.
Yeah.
I'll call now.
My father lost his job. No joke. I'm not kidding around here. Yeah.
You know, my mom used to have a saying.
That's my favorite Joe Biden thing.
Yeah.
My mom used to have a saying.
Yeah.
And then you just fill it in with whatever thing you need to say in that.
My mom used to have a saying.
Yeah.
She said,
We need more auto plants in Michigan.
Or whatever thing he needs to say
Very
at that moment.
old-fashioned.
It's like, I don't think your mom used to say that at the breakfast table.
cargo ships. She said that a lot before
And he makes a list. That's one of his hooks.
Yeah,
Number one, what the guy said. Number 2, you know the drill. Come on, folks. Let's get real. I'm talking loud now.
Yeah.
Watch me talk loud. I know how to talk loud.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like he's kind of spitting into the wind, wanting that energy, the Corvette 50s guy come out, And he's pretty loud.
He sees that prompter and he kicks into a full sentence. He's like celebrating.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I got the whole thing. He looks around, waiting for an applause break. They're like, keep going.
Come on. I'm on a roll. It's in the band that said Pirates of the Caribbean.
It is Jimmy Stewart. It is Jimmy
yeah.
Stewart. It's Jimmy Stewart, and I try to mix in a little Owen Wilson into it.
Oh, wow.
There's like,
sort of, yeah.
You know how Owen Wilson always has that moment in the buddy comedy where he has to psych up the other guy? Like, come on, man, I trusted you. You're the best skater here.
So it is Biden.
I see you skating, and I think, wow, I want to do that. So that's, I bring an Owen Wilson into my body.
It's fun to have dinner with Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice. But it's a bit of that. But on SNL, it's a kind of a tough little sort of, it's
tough
more
to
delicate.
It's tough to thread that needle just because, if you do go too savage on him, you run into a thing of like, don't kick grandpa.
That's
kind of
too
thing.
far. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and Trump is just not seen as grandpa. He doesn't get the societal.
No, look at the strength of his voice.
benefit.
When you do it, it's like really loud.
I know. He still thinks it's 1987. He still thinks he's like partying with like at Epstein's house,
Look at all this beautiful tail.
Like he still thinks.
I know he was I don't think he was happy with Alec Baldwin's impression. Have you heard anything, any feedback?
They took him off Twitter. I wonder if he still had Twitter, what he would be saying about the SNL.
Other than you're horrible at it?
He's terrible at it.
Terrible.
I do miss him on Twitter. I think it's good to like hear what people have to say in general. That's like my opinion on all that is like.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, hear both
Let him
sides.
talk.
Let him talk because
like Bernie
he's probably,
Sanders said. What are you afraid of, Woods?
let him talk because if you don't like him, he's gonna say something that you can latch onto for the next couple years. You know what I mean? It's like, it is. But I also get why they kicked him off because it's like, dude, shut up. Like I get both sides of it of just being done with it. Of like, I can't hear him talk every day for 10 more hours. And so now I do that to people. Now I am the person who makes them listen
You are
to
Trump
Trump
right now, publicly.
I think so.
You've become Trump.
It's weird. Like, you'll see the YouTube comments after a cold open, and people are like, why are they still doing Trump stuff? He's irrelevant. And I'm like, I don't know. He's kind of the most consequential figure in American politics still. Like, very important cultural figure.
Well, he's going to run in 2024.
He's the leader of the Republican Party. He's just an important person to hear from. Like, it's not irrelevant.
Where does his energy come from? He's 300 pounds. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken, hot dogs and hamburgers.
Filet-O-fishes.
He's almost 80. What the hell?
Does he drink Tab? I drink 300 Tabs a day.
300, a lot of tabs, I can tell you that.
Well, we're doing wonderful work with RC Cola and with.
It'd be RC Cola.
I like wonderful work.
Because that's so 80s or 70s.
And I love to personify something that is not a real person and brag that I have a relationship with them. Like,
RC and I, by the way, Mr. Pepsi and I are very good friends. Pepsi, Richard Pepsi is a very important person to me, and our wives are friends. We play golf sometimes. And I'm very good friends with Dr. Pepper.
He's been to Mar-a-Lago.
Dr. Pepper was at Mar-a-Lago last week. His daughter had the most beautiful wedding dress you've ever seen. And I said, Pepper, you've got to, 23 flavors. We could be doing 24, 25.
So that was like.
It's just everything you say as Trump is funny. I've officially believed that
Yeah,
that
it
is.
just sounds.
I worry that I'm painting myself into a corner. Like, am I going to have another character that's this fun to do? Like,
Will any of us? Will any of us ever see another personality like Trump on the political stage?
I mean,
it's hard
yeah,
to
you never
fathom.
will. You never will.
You know. Yeah,
too
you can be
funny.
a supporter of Trump. We're fine with that. So
I don't care. All right, anything else?
I've got a lot of people there. I just love that thing too that you do, that guttural.
Oh yeah, the chisel on like some dead paint on a windowsill.
Yeah, because everybody did the soft, sensitive one, but then you went like this.
Yes.
She's got great legs. She's a beautiful person.
That's 80s, 90s Donald Trump, and then I guess screaming at assistants
Right.
on the set of The Apprentice is what gave him that Tom Waits bed of ambience. You know, Hillary. You know, where did that come from?
I have one little rhythm that I don't know if I've only heard it once, and
What?
you can use it if you want to. It's very subtle. He's doing a list, and then he fades away. This is when he's at a rally.
Yeah.
And he does this slow fade on the last line. I'll just I'll do my
Go for it.
mediocre Trump at this point. Inflation's going very high. It's going 6, 7, 8, $10 a gallon. How high can you go?
Yeah.
That's, I don't know where that one is. Do you put that in there?
Yeah, I mean, the
How
rally.
high can you go?
How high can you go?
Yeah, he drifts off.
But he goes, go. It's another tone.
That's like the stand-up. That's like the stand-up showman part of it, right? Like where he's doing. That's like mic work.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm looking at the windmills that we've got, and I'm looking at what they're doing with Volkswagens, and we're not going to be doing that too much. Are we?
Yeah.
not going to be doing that.
It's like, it's so obvious. How high can you go?
Because people
Also-
are like screaming and clapping.
He's
so it
like
doesn't-
looking at the side stands over here, and he's doing
Yeah.
that, and then he loses the mic for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, it's like it's so obvious.
Joe Biden doesn't even know where he is. Doesn't even know where he is.
That's like I think who have I seen do that? Like Bill Engvall or somebody? That's like a stand. That is like a stand-up.
It's a stand-up.
That's a stand-up-y
device.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like a Def Jam thing or something. It's like
Def
a
Jam.
Bernie Mac thing or something.
All right, what else you got for him
brilliant.
before we got to do a Q&A?
I don't know. I think we should do the Q&A. I've just enjoyed James Austin Johnson.
Yeah,
I've
he's great.
enjoyed so much.
Thanks for having me, guys. This is fun.
James, thank you very much.
We wish you all the best. If this is before we're going to do the Q&A.
Should I clear out?
Yeah, you clear up. Does he stay or is he must?
No, I get well. Whatever you want to do, you got to.
No, why does he stay? And then they can ask him about SNL or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, you guys, we'll do a little Q&A. Oh, I guess we can sit down for this. Okay.
Or we could stand up if we have to do.
Oh, we're going to have a microphone, and then we'll have people walk. This is going to be a shit show. Okay, you've got a microphone. Go to him, and we'll answer a few. If anyone has any, if they don't, they don't. It's okay.
It's okay. It's no problem.
Anything about, really whatever. Oh, well, make a line. If there's anybody that wants to, come down here, and then you can ask, and it'll be official.
Oh, there's the
Yeah,
mic.
that way it'll get picked up on
And then
the
we
podcast.
can hear it. 'Cause we have
Don't
our-
be shy.
I like the people in the way balcony up
People
there.
are, see you guys.
Look at that.
Jeez Louise.
They're like, these tickets were a nickel. We couldn't pass it up.
They were looking at the top of our head for the last.
I know. They're like, Spade,
Hey,
take off the hat.
How high can you go? All right. Here's a man that's brave.
This guy's
That's a
coming
brave
right
soul.
down. Oh, this guy jumped the line.
Oh.
He's right in the front. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay,
What do you
they're
got,
both
boss?
husky.
So obviously you guys are hilarious, right? But
Thank
I'd
you.
like to know who else on the cast did you really find funny? Like just really cracked
yeah.
you up when you guys were preparing?
Maybe we'll go down the line. In my years, I lucked out into a chunk where I had Dana, I had Mike Myers, I had Kevin Nealon, Dennis Miller, Farley, Sandler, Chris Rock. I mean, we really got Schneider, Tim Meadows. I really hit a pocket there that they said was bad at the time, and 5 years later they said it was funny. And Dana, what about you?
I got to partner up with 3 different comedians. Like Kevin Nealon and I did Hans and Franz, the Arnold. And that was still maybe my favorite thing to do. But right before Kevin would be Kevin, and then right before they'd go 5 seconds, his eyes would just change and his IQ would go down like 50 points. And then, with Phil Hartman doing...
Of course.
Johnny Carson with Phil, God rest his soul, very good friend, and one of the all-time greats. He would do Ed McMahon, and just every time he, yes, you are correct, sir. You are. And then, of course, my brother from another mother, Mike Myers, and us doing Wayne's World. So, really, everyone who does this show and survives it and on any level has my respect. It's a really hard show to do and to get, and it's so fun to see James thriving there.
James, what about you? You working with some good people right now?
You know, when I think of like things that happen at Table Read that were just like so funny and like the hardest I've ever laughed, like when Chris Redd introduced his Mayor Eric Adams thing.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
City,
yeah,
that was the feeling in the room was just insane. With the bitch, I'm from New York. Like the way he does that was just incredible. And
hysterical.
Andrew Dismukes, I write with a lot, and I think he's really, really funny.
He is.
Yeah, there's a lot of great writers there too.
Yeah, there's 55 people on the cast this year, and it's a lot to choose from. It's a big cast.
It's hard.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll keep our answers to 12 minutes. Go ahead. Next one.
The late
Other
show
side.
starts.
I'm sorry. This young man.
Can you do another Trump as the apprentice, but you're firing David because he didn't sell Solinsky brake pads?
Oh, okay.
It's pretty sophisticated.
Richard. Okay.
All right, here we go.
You know, the whole thing with Tommy Boy was, you know, they did Black Sheep too, and I thought with Tommy Boy, where was Aykroyd with Black Sheep? I think it was awful that they didn't have with Dan Aykroyd. Maybe he did that picture, I don't know, but that guy with aliens and all of it, it's so awful what he's doing with vodka and with House of Blues.
That's the best I can.
That's it. Yeah.
All right,
And you're fired.
thank you.
That's great.
Hi, I just had a question for, I think you guys are all great. David, do you have any other plans for any more books?
Any more books?
He's an author.
Well, no, I did that one Polaroid in the Snapchat world, and then, it turned into an audio book, and that did well, so that sort of got me thinking about podcasting, because it's audio and it's voice, and then it turned into Dana and I are old buddies, and we want to do this. This isn't really answering your question, but that.
Any more books?
And no, I don't think any more books because they're too hard. But thank you, and thank you for asking. Boss over here with your drink.
I've never done this before. So, gentlemen, it's sort of my birthday from Chicago. Just flew back from Vegas 4 hours ago to see y'all.
That's
from Austin,
nice.
Texas. Lived here 14 years. Would love your favorite Chris Farley and Norm Macdonald story
Oh, okay.
on Saturday Night Live. And you are the smartest, funniest comedians of all time. That's why we're all here. So thank you so
That's
much.
nice. Thank you.
It's true.
Thank you very much.
Very sweet.
Dana, you probably have one. I have a quick Chris one where we would share an office, and he was sitting behind me. We had like a 10 by 10 office. I don't know if you know where it is. It's it's on 17, but it connects to the other one. So Chris and I had this one, and then you walk through us to get to, I guess it was Sandler and Rock. So Chris would sit behind me, but he didn't write, or read much. And so I would be writing on a legal pad. We didn't have computers, so I'd write my sketches, but it was so hard. And he'd sit behind me bored because everyone would write 300 sketches for him. So he goes, David, what are you doing? And I go, Chris, get out of here. I got to write some shit. And he goes, David, turn around. I go, if this is Fat Guy in a Little Coat again, it's not funny anymore. And he goes, no, it's not. It's a new thing. And then I turn around, he's got my Levi jacket on, going, Fat Guy, Little Coat, don't you quit on it! And then we put it in the movie because it sounded funny. Dana?
He always called me the lady because of the church lady. Chris Rock also, even today, will say lady, and Chris Farley, they called me lady. Norm Macdonald was, I don't know, supernaturally funny. You know, he was he saw my stand-up once, and he picked out the worst bit that I did. It was very Norm, but I loved him. But he backstage going, yeah, you should do. That's really good doing that. You should do a lot more of that one. That's really. that's really funny, right? Yeah. And then I would do him back to him, and he would laugh. Would love both of them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did was Nurse Teresa there?
Yeah.
She's still there, and she told me that my dressing room is Chris Farley's old dressing room.
Oh, wow. Shit.
So that's like a weird, cool connection that I have to the.
Oh, that's
to
it.
that
Nurse
era.
Teresa. Yeah,
She was very sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, which side? That side.
So I have a shout out and a question. My shout out is to Dana Carvey. The Dana Carvey show was just like this little bit of genius.
Yeah.
You did the best week.
The documentary about it was great, and man, a reunion would be amazing. Yeah. But my question for James is the Trump skits are they feel like stream of consciousness, but obviously they're written. Like, how do you write those bits?
Could have just recorded
Yeah,
tonight.
do you write them alone at SNL, or is there people that are set to write Trump's?
No, it's very collaborative. I mean, they write the cold opens like Saturday morning. So like a lot of times I'm busy with blocking or a pre-tape or something. And so, but what we usually do is now the writers have a pretty good handle on like the notes I like to hit and the things I like to do. Like last week, with Easter, we did the first script at run through, and then we have a dress rehearsal after that, and then the big show. So I'm getting put into my giant prosthetic piece at 7 p.m. for the 8 p.m. dress rehearsal, and I can't see anything because they're putting the big eye bags on me and the giant jowls and. So the writer, Mike DiCenzo, sort of came up to me with the script, and this is usually how we end up working it out, where he's like, hey, do you like all the stuff about Reese's and things like that? And I'm just like, yeah, read it aloud to me, and I'll just like throw out little lines. And so he was like reading it line by line, and I'd be like, oh, a Reese's egg, he should talk about how he's good friends with Reese, and it'll be that kind of thing.
They have the hooks down.
So they have like the subject matter, and then sort of I'll throw out I talked to you like my second week at the show.
We did talk.
I asked
on the phone.
On the phone.
Yeah.
I asked for your phone number, and I was like, how do you do this cold open and the president thing and injecting yourself into it, and you're new there, and I just didn't know, and you were like, you can throw out little lines when you're rehearsing and stuff like that. And so now I've gotten comfortable with when a writer comes up to me, being brave with like a joke I think would belong in or something like that. And it's very collaborative, but I don't write those all by myself. I just throw out little jokes here and there.
But you broke the code, and you have the language, and they hear it, and then that's incorporated, and that's
and they'll do that with my Biden too. My buddy Mike DiCenzo he does my Biden around the office a lot. He like
a good trick is to at rehearsal is to just throw out shit, even in blocking, and whoever's watching it in the booth can write down stuff, because when you're blocking, you got the stuff right there. Sometimes things just come to you that fit in, and then you can pepper them in, layer them in during the week.
Man, it's the weirdest job in the world.
I get nervous thinking about it. It's like it's an intense
weirdest job in the world.
Hey guys, hi Dana, David, and James. It's a huge honor to just even talk to you guys. Big fan. I remember growing up in Mexico, watching your movies with subtitles, didn't even understand, but it was still freaking hilarious. Master of the Disguise, Tommy Boy, come on.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, my question is, do you guys have any stories from being down in like Mexico or South America? And even if there's an impression in there, be even better.
We better steer clear of that, but Dana, do you have? I don't have any Mexico stories, do you?
What?
Mexico stories?
Oh yeah, I played a corporate date for Terminex.
I think I did too.
And it was all day, so it starts at 7 a.m. They put a giant tent on this lawn at this 5-star hotel, and it was huge. And then I do a little bit of shtick. I'd go back to my room. It's like 500 people. I'd come back, and then it started losing air. The tent started deflating.
Yeah.
By the time I went back, almost everyone was gone. It was halfway down, and they paid me a ton of money, I can tell you that. And I just bombed terribly, but there was no chance. So that was my Mexico Terminex corporate date.
Dude, I did the same gig, and I was there.
You did Terminex?
I did covering for Martin Short. He goes, can you do this for me? I go, yeah. I went all the way there. It was in Dominican Republic or something. And then I get there, and there's so many mosquitoes. the first night. I got in at like 2 a.m. So you know what I did? I took the Raid and I just sprayed my whole body with Raid. Sprayed my whole body with Raid, and then I just laid there like a trap. And they'd come and they go, and then they go, oh, they look at me and I go, fuck you, and they go, oh. And then I went to the hospital also, but I feel like it was worth it. Dana, let's thank everyone for coming down.
Thank you for coming out, Austin.
Thank you for taking your time, and we'll see you next time. Good night. Come on, James, this way. Thank you.
Hey, David, no offense or nothing. I love when people start, no offense or nothing. Nothing good.
Here comes the offense.
No
Go ahead.
offense or nothing, but you're wearing, FYI, another one I love, you're wearing the same hat you wore when we were interviewing live Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, yeah. Well,
is that a theme with you?
No,
Is
I like
to be
this
close
hat.
to Zach or what?
I like this hat, and goddamn, we had a blast with Zach. It was fun.
Don't have to swear.
No, gosh dang, that's what I meant. But
God darn it.
But I got a little zippy. What's it called? A 3/4 inch, 3/4 sweater.
You got the dime.
What?
You can get a long
12
zip.
grand. What did you ask me?
I don't know. Who are
Oh.
you? What?
I don't like talking
What,
about it.
100 grand? What, $7 million?
Who cares about numbers?
That's not Zach Galifianakis. That's Joe Biden trying to pronounce Zach's
Zach
name.
Breaker Glasses.
Yes, that's a hard can. Zach Galifianakis.
Come on, you know.
Come on, man. I'll kick your ass. He's going to just, by the end, he'll just be threatening
He
reporter.
has to fight a lot of people because he always threatens the guy. Hey, tough guy.
He's the old guy in the porch. The ball came in my yard. This is my ball now.
Dude, I wouldn't even trust him with
Old man Willikers.
a ball. Okay, so Zach,
This is great. Should we talk about Zach too?
people always ask us, are we cold in here? Are we hot? Is it bright? Why do we have sunglasses? Why do we
All
not?
we know is we look cool.
Yeah, it's all that. It doesn't
But
matter.
it's about
does not matter.
91 degrees in here right now. But we never sweat.
And then they go, the scary part is they think they look cool.
Look how we phone in the podcast. Of course we stay cool even if it's hot. We got
Dude.
1 foot out the door half the time.
Dude, I phone that sucker in. Beep, boop, pop, boop.
I love phoning. Last night I fell asleep twice. Zach, what?
Zach was so funny. He's so Quirks Ahoy is really the theme. He's a very interesting actor, hilarious comedian.
Yep.
You never know what you're going to get. We were lucky to sit with him because we all think he's such a high up there on the.
I said to him at one point, you only do cool things.
It's true.
like,
He
his
turns
stuff
down.
is-
I think we didn't get to the point last night because people go, "Oh, Hangover." Between Two Ferns is a home run, obviously.
Classic.
And they don't see him a lot, but he turns down so much, and that's not really usually the custom. He breaks that.
Yes. So it was fun to talk to him, and we laughed our ass off. He has an incredible sense of humor. He's one of those comedians who will laugh incredibly hard.
Yeah, it's very nice when comedians give it up and laugh.
Yeah. Charming, family man, has a lot of integrity organically without wearing on his sleeve about his work. Like, talks about how he just doesn't want to do things because that wouldn't work out or wouldn't be very good. So he was such a fun guy to hang out with, David.
Unlike me, I do things that are horrible on purpose. No, I don't.
Well, I've got subsidies, and like I said, the church lady is for sale. If anyone's listening to this intro,
I think one of
she
these
will
shows
walk
you
out there
gotta
and-
you gotta dress like a church lady, and we'll just do a whole thing.
and
One of
yeah,
those.
I think we should have special guest appearance church lady. I got the full gear on.
And you could maybe interview one of the people, one of our guests.
Jeez, you got me busy. How about you dress up as Joe Dirt?
Dana,
And
I'm not a clown.
You're not a clown. You're Joe Dirt.
I am so similar to Joe Dirt. It's not even that much different.
There's
But
not.
I'd have to get out of the cobwebs, go to the Smithsonian, get the codes, get
My
the
wife
mullet.
says, "How was Joe Dirt today?" I said, "You mean David?" She goes, "Oh, you're right.
Is that a different
That's
guy?
his alter ego."
It's like Santa Claus. Well, let's go. Yeah, let's wrap it up.
So why you should watch this? Zach is one of our favorite guests. I
Yes.
do believe he's one of the
100%.
seminal comedians of his generation. There's only one Zach, and he has a very finely tuned sense of humor, and is a hell of a nice guy. So enjoy the show, David.
I agree.
Hey,
over there. It started. It's already almost over. Okay.
It's a great song. I thought it was good, you know. I did an impression within the first 20 seconds. Damn, this chair, look at our chair differential. The fuck? I'm like a Muppet. You're like 6'2" in that thing.
I'll go closer.
I'm going to get up front and be like this. What's up, Zach? What? Sorry.
Where, is Zach here yet?
I got up at 6.
That's it. We're warning them it's going to be bad.
I'm punchy. I'm overtired. I'm like a baby. I'm overtired.
Let's bring Zach out.
Let's bring him out.
Yeah, that's the beginning. All right, Zach. Welcome, Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis.
Shit. It was a little louder for Zach, if anyone's counting. All right.
Okay, Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it. You're something else, man.
Yeah, something else.
You're something else.
You look like Wolverine right now with that hair.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
It's cool. Actually, you have cool hair, which
Plugs are coming in nice.
Yeah, a lot of plug work. A lot of plug work.
real nice. New crops coming in.
So how you doing?
Is that it?
I feel like I'm
doing
a
well.
half mile away from you.
I'm doing well. David, why is that chair that way?
This one? I don't know. They
It's
treat me like a
for
fucking
orthopedic issues.
Oh, okay.
He likes to be
Seems
erect.
asshole. No, I don't know. This is good.
okay.
Anyway, we don't have to talk about it.
No, it's all right.
Zach, enough of this bullshit.
So
Let's get
Zach,
to it.
can we butter you up a little bit?
Yeah, let's butter him up.
Okay, how the fuck did you come up with the 2 ferns thing? Because that's too crazy.
Some of you remember.
Coming hot right out of the box. Because that thing is, I saw every episode today.
Oh,
Today?
Well, I've seen them before, but I'm almost 80. I have to refresh my memory. This is an illusion. It's a lot of blood and gut and sweats and tape. So when did you come up with that?
Yeah.
it was part of a pilot that they were doing, and this guy Scott Aukerman was producing it, and
Scott Aukerman.
he asked me to do.
Come on up, Scott.
But he just said, "Would you do something?" And I just said, I for some reason I had this thought. I just said, "Can you get me 2 ferns and some kind of celebrity?" And I had worked at a cable access show or station. I interned one in college, and so I kind of like that world, that kind of low end,
Like lo-fi.
desperate. Try a way to communicate. I actually had a taped a class at a cable access show about how to waltz. And I got my 2 friends, back when you could do this stuff.
You can't do it anymore.
And we just put them in gowns. And it was a very straight video and dance lessons on cable access on how to waltz with not trying to be funny. Mm-hmm. So that kind of weird world I knew. Scott Aukerman asked Michael Cera to be in the first one, and we just kind of made it weird and creepy. And I always had thought celebrity interviews are...
What do you mean?
Ridiculous. No, they are. It's like he's talking like Access Hollywood.
Okay, I got
it's
it.
a little, yeah.
Yeah. It's just such a bizarre...
But let me ask you a
thing to
question
me.
about this. So the guest comes in, and I understand from my research today that you didn't really prep it with them. Did they have cue cards, or they don't even know what's coming, and then you guys just go right at it, or do they kind of know where you're going?
No, nobody really knows what's going on. Even us. We have written things down, and I think the idea is they don't need to be funny. They just need to kind of answer questions.
Just be there.
And I think the the awkwardness kind of fills in the rest of it, and then often part of it is improv, and we just kind of, or I'll give them a something to say back at me that's very mean.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a very give and take. It's not a prank. I don't want to prank people.
Because I'm sure people, because the publicists in this world are very hawkish, and they don't want you to do anything where you're going to look stupid. So you take the Michael Cera one maybe, and they either see that, because that probably goes up on Funny or Die maybe back then pretty quickly, and then that catches on, so they go, someone might even call you and say, hey, I'd like to be on this because it's my type of humor. And the people you have on obviously are funny, and they're huge stars, and when they go along with it, it makes them look better. It's all good. It's sort of when you're on SNL and you go with it. Like if you let them make fun of you and goof around, it seems to be funnier.
Yeah, I mean, there's that is all true. I mean, but there's been some times when I've
go sideways a little bit.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
That I don't know if I've even spoke about it, but
oh, good.
There's been,
oh,
there's, well, I don't even know if I have, but there's been a couple of instances, and I don't mean to bring people up, but
yes.
The name of this show is Name Names.
The reason
It's called
the reason I
trending.
bring it up, because I was just talking about it to somebody today at lunch for some reason, and so I interviewed. They brought it up and at lunch today, and I interviewed Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, you know from
reaction,
Smart
Dana.
Water.
Jennifer, if you're listening, we
I
love you.
only know her because of Smart Water.
Right.
What about her shampoo commercials? She's got wonderful hair.
So,
we want you to be on, Jennifer.
I don't know.
So did you say something to her you thought it crossed the line? Or
No,
what do you mean?
no. In the wings, I had a Brad Pitt lookalike.
Of course.
Oh boy.
And so I wanted to tell her about it before we started filming. So I kind of asked her if I could have a word with her. Like a vice principal. No, but
someone who looks like Brad Pitt might be expensive.
Well,
right?
No, I wasn't.
How many people look like? Wait, yeah, but
that's how I met
I'm
David.
scale -10. So,
very
you
handsome.
pull her aside and you say, "Is it okay if we try this?" Or did you even get
and
to it?
I said, I have a Brad Pitt lookalike here. And as soon as I said it, I read her face.
Yeah.
And it was her. I felt so bad. Yeah. And I don't even know anything about that thing. I mean, I know that was in the things, but in the papers, but so I don't know much about it. But so I of course I called it off. So I went up to the Brad Pitt lookalike to tell him we don't need him.
He's wrapped.
Yes, and as a joke, I kind of went. Well, I said, "Listen, we don't need you. Thanks for coming." And as a joke, I said, "Do you happen to look like anyone else?" And without pausing, he goes, "Colin Farrell." So there's those little.
Don't get rid of me yet. I'm a chameleon.
Oh, it's a living.
And Jennifer is very funny. Yeah, she's a very funny girl. But I think that might be. They come on there to be
he
fun.
says he's reading the papers. You're calling her a girl. It's 2023, guys.
Is she funny? I mean, is she a girl? Yeah, she's great.
She should be a woman. I guess you call
I'm
her my
sorry.
boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I say girl a lot. But she is very
We
fun
talk about
person.
this.
I think when they go on, they kind of know what they're getting into, and then it probably goes a hair farther than they think. And
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea is to try to
rattle them a little bit.
as much as you can read people and push it. There's been a couple of times that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
What?
Well, has there been times where, like, would you do one with Mike Tyson?
I don't really do them anymore.
Okay, all right.
So
Sean Penn's scary enough.
You're a fan of Don Rickles, right? Because you did
Yes.
that show. So Don Rickles, to me, as a kid growing up, was the funniest guy on television.
Is he
the
here?
reason is because everyone loved him. He'd put you down, and then he'd go, the show started, put Ed in the corner, give him a cookie. He doesn't know. It was so dry and so bizarre. There were no jokes. Do you feel like that was an influence for the character, the Fern Guy character, to ride that line? Because it's funny because you're going right at some sort of truth about them. And if they have a sense of humor about it or a perception of them, they laugh really hard.
Right. I mean, part of it, I mean, if you're to really break it down, I guess, is that they are they're public figures that people kind of want to, unfortunately, jab at anyway. There's some of that to it. And I think at the end of the day, I think it's the media and all thing. People are human. We're all, obviously. And I think people that are willing to make fun of each of themselves, I think that's a real nice attribute to someone. Even if it's staged a bit, I think being able to laugh at yourself in that kind of way is a nice thing. Now, I've been asked to do them with other people, presidents of companies, and big Pepsi has asked to sponsor it, and to get blown out of proportion. And I've always just wanted to keep it free online and keep it clear of those other things that get in the way sometimes.
The monetization people would come in and go,
we've monetized it a bit,
good.
but only in a way that we see fit. I mean, we've been asked to. I got asked to do a Super Bowl commercial using it.
And did you?
It's coming out next week.
I can't remember.
They got a really good deal.
I did a Puppy Bowl commercial earlier.
I'm for sale. Church lady is locked and loaded for a Super.
No.
Go deep.
By the way, first of all,
I'm ready. I'm gonna sell out in a second.
I've done. Dana and I both obviously sellout kings here. We've done.
Well, we all are.
We do corporate gigs, and when you do them, they go, "Our CEO." Dude, say something about other guy. I don't even know if the guy works there. He's like, when you get up there, say he's got 3 balls, he beats his wife. Do something about that. Just throw it in there, mix it up, throw it in the middle, and then you go, and then you do it, and everyone goes, "What?" And you go, "Does this guy work with you?" He just told me. So they try to do that, and that's kind of what they want to do to CEO, like roast him or something. And you go, "It's not even funny."
Sometimes
it'll probably bomb.
they're drunk. And I was playing Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was opening for them.
Yeah.
The CEO got drunk.
Yeah.
I was. The CEO got drunk. It went on for like 2 hours. So I was getting paid a lot of money. They go, you can only do 15 minutes. But I went over a little bit. And I guess Earth and Wind came out, but Fire wouldn't. That was a long way for that joke.
That's a good joke.
I don't mind it.
Did you really open for them?
I did open for them.
Yeah,
I opened for a lot of people. Tower Power, Todd Rundgren,
I opened
Robert
for-
Palmer.
Really?
I bombed every fucking time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Your hero will be on in a second, but first, Dana Glarfo. They must have ruined your name when you first started doing stand-up.
Oh my God, everybody, I mean.
How would they say it?
Well, they just tried to make it sound somewhat ethnic. And they're like, give it up for Baklava Rodriguez. But in high school, I was Zach Galifianakis, which is...
That hurts. I was
Weren't
Dana
you
Car
homeschooled?
Keys.
Oh. Now, Zach, by the way, I'm going to come back to that. The first ferns I saw, these ferns are like tall pine trees by now. But when I saw the first one, I didn't know what it was. Someone just sent it to me, or said, "Look at this." And so I thought it was a real interview. And then it was Natalie Portman, who I love, and so I was, of course, in a jealous rage immediately. And then you were saying some of you had great jokes. Now I won't repeat them because I'm not good at that. But you said so many jokes, and it was so. And for her to play along, and I thought it was real for a while, and then I go, Jesus, this is so weird. And then it took me a while to figure it out, too long. And then so I started going, oh, this is great. And then when you would do them, you obviously didn't overdo it. You didn't do too many. They weren't super long. It was just a great bit that lives out there on the internet, which everyone should see. I don't know where I'm going with this. Dana, jump in.
Would you like to say anything in your defense, Zach?
Well, I mean, speaking of that one, we shot it. That one we shot in a garage, and I think we shot that one in a garage, right around here, right in Hollywood somewhere. And the thing about that one is, there's a line in it, not to be vulgar, but it's something about, did you shave your? Okay,
you said,
can we hear it?
She was in V for Vendetta.
Yeah, and then there's a punchline, did you shave your V for vagina?
Yes.
Or something.
That one caught me off guard.
to Natalie Portman in a garage.
Yes.
In a garage.
In a garage with
Right.
loose
And
tools about.
By the way, I barely understand that joke. Like I mean,
I know.
I think I
It
saw that
doesn't
movie.
quite-
I don't
there's-
know.
there's something
There's
missing.
something
funny.
off, but the fact
sounds
that
funny.
I think it's the fact that I'm asking it.
Yes.
So anyway, she was, if I remember correctly, she was quite good with the whole thing, and then we sent it to her just to show it to her, and I had asked that joke to be left out of it. I said, "Can you edit that out? We'll send it to her," and her note was, "Where's that vagina joke?"
Oh, really? Oh, I love
Wow.
reading.
By the
I
way,
just
I
began-
don't know if that was the exact note. Where is the vagina joke?
Something
But
like
something
that.
along those
yeah.
lines.
By the way, there's
Wow.
a dog
She
in
just
that
went up
Dana.
on the hip
You s-
meter.
Yeah, she's unreal.
Yeah.
But there's a dog that you keep cutting to, which is even funnier.
Yeah, that was. I think that was a real dog.
The dog rolls over his back, and then when something dies or it just sits there, then they cut over to the dog. Just all right, it all works. And then Sean Penn one. Sean looked very cool in that one.
Huh.
Yeah, I'd be scared of that one. And then
Sean
anyway,
Penn can. Yeah, I had a fight with him. I was in a dress at the time, but
oh, you
he
did
said hit
church
me
later.
harder. He said you can hit me harder.
Yeah.
There's no problem. So I hit him.
I would like to one day talk to him about the one we did. Because
They bring it up because it was.
It was an interesting. It was an interesting day.
Well, was he truly upset, or was he?
He was
he's a
very
great
quiet. He was
actor.
very
He's
quiet.
Good, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
So he can.
Or he's a good actor. And I think he may have been ready to deck me in real life. I don't know. Maybe he was doing a method thing, and I don't.
So
it was
he
tricky.
he held it so serious that you weren't sure if he was serious. He might have been kidding.
and I have worked with him. I mean, not that I know him, but he has a good sense of humor.
Yes.
He really does.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yes. Huge laugher, and it loves to go see stand up. But I in that moment, it was.
I remember watching
it was
that.
odd.
Was it something was it a line that you gave him?
You
that
said
felt
something
tweaked
because
him?
weren't you playing your brother or something in that
I
whole
was
thing?
playing this well, it's not really over top. There are people like this in the South. Really into him for the wrong reasons type person.
Okay, and how does that guy talk?
Well, it's based on a character I used to do in high school called I think his name was the effeminate racist. And
I remember that Skittles. Yeah, but so that's a great.
So it's just a guy that talks like this. And so friends of mine that were black in high school would bump me in the hallway so this character would be released. And I would say to them, my mom told me not to talk to black people. And they
Go crazy.
would die laughing because they understood at the time that I was mocking it all. So that's where that came from. That was as simple as that.
Well, there was something, Dana, where he goes, Sean, and he's doing this, and he's sort of prodding. He goes, "Did you get into? I'd get into Hollywood just so you could go to all the parties and all the wrong reasons that Sean wouldn't want." Sean is very funny, and unlike his persona out there, and so I like that he's going along with it. But he was so serious. Then he goes, "I could walk over there and knock you the fuck out right now," and even I was like, "God damn, he gave that a good reading."
I think he knew it was funny and interesting. I think he was,
was
playing.
good.
I don't think he was offended.
I'd like to ask him. We haven't spoken since.
His kids and my kids went to school together, or at least played sports together up in Northern California. So I'll talk to Sean.
Yeah, ask him. Ask
Can
him.
you
I'm
fix it?
curious.
Hey man, I want to smoke. If you could smoke and not get diseases, I would definitely be smoking right now. There's nothing cooler, right? It's like, tell us some more, Zach. Anyway, can we go back to you as a young person then? Like,
Yeah.
you strike me as like an introverted extrovert. Like you're shy in a way. I think we are maybe. Well, I think I am, but
Yeah.
well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, but then you have this powerhouse thing that comes out like in high school. Did you go to theater group, or are you just funny with friends, or what were you like in grade school, high school, just walking around?
Just walking
Just
around.
walking around.
Just at the Beverly
I
Center.
mean, I think I was somewhat quiet, but I think, humor in my family was seen in very high regard. So my cousins and my brother and my family is funny. I kind of watched them, even as the quiet person I thought I was, or I think I was. So I was kind of this more kind of observant kid that thought maybe one day I could, through my observations, maybe make a thing out of it.
And you were thinking that like at age 8, 10, 12? I mean, but young, you got the idea maybe you would do this for a
This is going to sound weird, but it was at my parents' conception of me.
Doesn't sound weird at all.
It doesn't sound weird, right?
Ultrasound, I was killing.
My brother Brad, I got 3 older brothers. He swears he remembers being born, and he's serious.
Really?
Yeah, he has a photographic memory. He just remembers being born. Yeah. I'm not kidding, Brad, the guy who makes
But being
Garthon.
funny younger really pays off, and I think that's for all of us. Like at dinner or at school, like I was at a school that was I was a little bit of a pipsqueak, hard to believe, and always bullied and pushed around. But if you could, I would quietly say jokes to my friends or under my breath. But that kind of, if you get a little something, that's all I had. I wasn't super athletic. I wasn't this. So if you have some little hook like that, you go, ooh. My dad thought it was funny. People think it's funny, and then you go, oh, and then you try to. Maybe that's kind of like that for a lot of comedians.
Well, the tall guys didn't have to do anything to get
Nothing.
the girls. We, on a bioevolutionary level, we had to be funny.
Zach, you're not that short. You.
I'm around 6'2".
Okay.
That's a gigantic chair. It's an optical illusion. Same with me. I look like I'm a foot shorter than you. Look at this. Do you
No,
want to
that's a
switch
good-
places?
No.
Okay.
I like it up here.
So Zach, did
like
you take
Letterman.
theater? Did you go into that kind of stuff, or you're just like? Or were you
No,
straight up friends?
I just was not. I never did. I did public speaking competitions. Well, I did that once.
How's that competition?
Just say a lot. It sounds good.
Well,
better.
my mom wrote the speech, and it was called "You and I and Tomorrow."
Seriously?
Yeah, that was the name of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a public service? I mean, what
It
was.
was. I don't remember.
You
how,
and I. And
We should do a
tomorrow.
remake.
Yeah, there was a speech contest in North Carolina
Mm-hmm.
locally, and then you could go to the state finals. And my brother and I were kind of into it, but never really. No theater, none of
Yeah.
that. My mom tried to get me to go to the School of the Arts in North Carolina. She did urge me to go there. She knew that she knew that I was eager to figure it out.
What's this? Which school year? Seriously?
School of the Arts in
Oh,
North
School of the
Carolina
Arts.
is a really good school in
That's a nice
Winston-Salem.
mom. So
Yeah.
she was your
At
champion.
least she bought
Oh,
into
my
it.
mom would be like, he's quiet, but I swear he's funny. Like I would hear her say that to my aunts and stuff.
And did she want you to play piano? When did you learn to play piano?
Oh, right.
So I learned piano. I mean, I don't know how to play piano. It's
Whoa.
I don't know how to read music. So I don't know why I was getting ready to tell you. Well, I learned piano. I don't know piano.
You seem pretty good to me.
I can fake it, but for some reason, only sad music comes out of me.
Close.
And it goes well with the jokes. for some
Didn't you
reason.
do a VH1 show? And I think you. Why do I think there's a piano at the beginning of that? Or
I did. I had a talk show on VH1 years ago, and there was the piano was involved during the monologue, and I think that's why I had the show because I was like a musical act at the
Was
time.
it sort of variety where you could? Because you didn't want to just interview like Johnny Carson, like normal straight interviews. I'm sure, right?
I was just trying to figure out the format had been beaten to death, and I just was trying to figure out like how can I do something different but interesting and sometimes funny. Funny was kind of last, but on that show we would have it make it look like no one wanted to come to the show, so we would have one person in the studio audience, but we would have a laugh track of a 6-year-old. So it was very bizarre. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was really a weird show.
Can we find this somewhere? Is it on
no,
YouTube?
most of those episodes are in my attic.
Can we find the 6-year-old?
I don't think they're online. I don't know if they are.
I remember. What was it called? Do you remember?
It was called 60 Minutes.
Nope.
It was called Late World.
Late World?
Yeah.
And how old are you when you do Late World?
30.
You know.
So how long had you been?
I don't know how old I was. I was
like
35,
the metro-
maybe.
I need numbers. How long did you do stand-up in clubs before you got that show?
Oh, I was still doing and then that show failed, and I went back to doing open mics. So I had a talk show on VH1, and as soon as it ended, I was like, well, back to the old. So I just went back to the coffee houses in
And you
Culver
weren't really
City.
making a living then at stand-up, or just a little bit?
There was a time where I could go on the road and make a living, and I was before I was making a living for a while on the road. Yeah.
And you had an hour?
I had an hour of
Not
sometimes the material was a little bit too bizarre sometimes, and there was some alienation. I mean, it was funny when you were telling me about I opened for the Sugar Hill Gang once, and
I said a hip hop hippie.
Okay.
And I remember getting kicked off stage because I made fun of the Bible, and I didn't realize I was performing at a Bible school. And this is how they kicked me off. The woman just came up to the stage. She goes. So yeah, all those shows, all those.
Did you
terrible
have a
shows.
Southern accent when you were, and you got rid of it, or did you actually have a little bit of a?
No,
Southern
I mean, I'm going home in a couple of days, and it'll just go back. It turns back on. It's just it's an easier way to.
It's North Carolinian. I mean, what is it?
Well,
it's not Mississippi. It's
no,
not
it's like
Texas.
Appalachia, North Carolina, Appalachia, and a lot of people speak through their nose there. And it's like, hey, how are you? But if you go east in North Carolina, it's very breathy, and it's really beautiful, and it sounds nice. But so there's all kinds of different accents that you must pay attention
What
to.
did
all
you
the
think
time.
of Daniel Craig's accent in Knives Out? Well, I thought it was kind of cool. But
I always find Hollywood always does the Gone with the Wind. I declare I have never seen such a,
Well, I think we have a case of
covers-
murder.
Yeah,
We got a
right.
murder
I think we got a murder case.
It's a little
Yes.
foghorn. Yeah.
But I thought it was great. I mean, he's a cool.
It just has to be funny or sound weird. I think no one's
it's
fact checking.
entertaining. But you can go through
Except
all
you.
the Southern accents.
I'm pretty good with knowing where in the South someone might be from. I'm pretty good at it.
Okay,
I did a movie.
I
and,
talk like this. Where am
Dana.
I from? You don't seem to know where I'm from.
You don't know. He doesn't know.
You don't know where I'm from, boy. No. I have a friend from Mississippi. He kind of talks like this.
Yes.
I'm from Columbia Falls, Mississippi.
Yes.
Sound just like Gomer Pyle.
That's right.
Grew up, and he's a real sincere feller. These snaky fellers trying to get your money, Dana. These are direct quotes. He'll be thrilled he got laughs. But
Dana, I did a movie where I was playing. They go, "You're going to play a New Hampshire accent." So first of all,
okay, that's a tough one.
I smell an Oscar immediately. So I say, I'll go. They go to a dialect coach. So I go to a dialect coach. I'm like doing it, and they go, "That's a little more Boston." I took 2 lessons, right, for the whole movie, and I'm like, "Listen, guy," and they're like, "That's more," and I go, I pulled her aside. I go, "Here's the deal. My audience is 4 to 8-year-olds. All right, I just have to sound funny. All right, they're not gonna go in there with a microscope. They go, oh, if I just don't sound like Joe Dirt in one movie, they'll be happy. All right, they'll go, oh, that one's different. So
it was a kids movie, and they're trying to get you to do New
well,
Hampshire.
they're not supposed to be kids movies.
Oh,
They turn
funny.
into it because
Funny. Because you're
Who
the
wants-
star of it. Yeah.
because all my movies are on TBS because it's the grown-ups channel, and it's just a rotation of every movie.
I could have helped you. Do you remember those Petridge Farm commercials?
Pepperidge Farm.
Petridge Farm,
Yeah.
flaky and delicious. That's the only way I could do New Hampshire.
That's New
Farm.
Hampshire? Oh,
Isn't it? Or
didn't
kind
even
of
recognize it. No.
Petridge Farm, coming different blueberry, strawberry flavors.
That's the expert over here.
I don't know. It's
don't
either
Let's take
that
a
or
tour of
someone
the
that's
South
deaf.
again.
Zach, I'm
Miami. What do they sound like?
I'm playing Durham. Durham. Is that a city?
That's a
Durham,
city.
North
That's where Duke
Carolina?
University
And I'm
is.
excited at playing that, but any trouble? Should I worry about?
That's where my dad's from. That's where he's.
I don't have any comps left, but
Yeah.
normally it would be easy.
I get him.
No, I'm excited
It's
to
a
go
good
there. 'cause I
city.
don't-
It's a good
I
city.
never
Very
play
good
down
city.
there.
I love the South.
Yeah, I do
love
too. I miss
We
it.
have other
Carolinas.
I was going to ask Zach
Atlanta.
something else. Oh, you were in the how far did you get in the Scouts? I heard you were in the Scouts.
I was an Eagle Scout.
Is that the complimentary molestation? Where's my notes? Where do my notes go? Oh, here they are. Here they are. I'm kidding, Zach. We're taking that out. That was-
No, that's fine.
we're editing
that-
that.
no.
Taking that out.
Or we're putting on a loop for promotion.
Zach's like,
All right.
if that was actually written down, I'm walking out of here. Oh, well, let's ask him about.
What do you wanna ask him about?
I want to. Well, we can talk about the Hangover for a minute. You were in the Hangover. This is like the theater show.
Well,
What's it
Hangover
called?
was like
You were in the
um,
Hangover, and then everyone applauds.
That calls
Applaud! God damn. They don't know. They don't know.
Hangover of the last 20 years, the two that got me the hardest as comedies, because I see all the strings, Hangover and Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Those are the two that caught me flat-footed.
Yeah.
And you were in which one?
I was in.
Sorry.
I was in the Hangover. Yeah.
So you go from comedian, people know you, you're going along, you've done a special, live at Purple Onion, stand-up special, and then Todd Phillips calls, and you go on, what happens next?
Are you the first choice for that, or do you know? Do you remember? It's a real question.
I mean,
Listen, I've been a fallout on every movie I've ever done.
oh my God.
I don't know. That's not a mean question. That's just like sometimes the movies come together and they go, "We got this one would be a good accent." Obviously, Zach's great. It's a funny part to play, and they let you do. It seems like Todd, who seems like a really funny,
he'd
cool
seen
guy,
you
let
and
you
knew.
do what you do, and
Well, I think he was going to stand-up clubs. I think that's what he had told me, and then that's where he knew me from. Because I don't know if I'd done much otherwise to be seen on screen. But so he asked me an audition. I think I was living in Canada, and I'm terrible. I just don't like to audition. I've always been bad at it. I
Horrible.
usually get. I mean, I have so many stories about. We all do, but
Could you tell us one of a really? Well, people
no,
might want to hear
there's just.
because
I mean, I don't want to,
superstar.
but there's just so many. I just was so not into the process of it. I mean, the first time I ever got a laugh in an audition was when I first auditioned for a drama. And they were laughing at me.
well, sometimes the problem is if you're a comedian, you read things and it feels sort of stiff because you're a bit quirky or charactery, and so when you're reading super flat lines that are just written for a generic comedy, they'll tweak them later if it's him or somebody, but as is, it's sometimes for your personality, maybe it's not hilarious when you do it because it's so basic, but if you brought your stuff to it, then it's funny. So maybe he saw if you could bring your weirdness to it, then it's great.
Well, I think also at that time I was a bit older, and I think I was kind of not to be cavalier about it, but I think my attitude was, well, this is probably going to end soon, meaning this pursuit of whatever this is.
Oh, I see.
I don't really care as much because I'll just kind of try to exit without caring, if that makes any sense.
Well, wait a minute. So you were you get the Hangover, you're thinking this is pretty much a mic drop. I'm out of here.
No, meaning
No, he
I'm
doesn't
not
care if
going to
he
get
gets it.
this. I'm not going to get
Oh,
this
the audition
job. I
process,
will
yeah.
just. I think my mindset then was, I tried doing showbiz. At that time, I mean, you
Right.
know, you kind of beat yourself up sometimes, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I mean, who does? But anyway, I flew down from Canada and auditioned, and I think I remember leaving, getting into my stretch Hummer.
So you were doing well.
And telling Sugar Ray to scoot over.
Oh God, I laugh, but I did a pilot with him 20 years ago. But then I got the job, and then you do you show up for work and you start acting in it, and I remember going to dinner with the other actors, with Bradley and I forget the other names.
Ed Helms.
No, it's only Bradley. Who gives a shit about the other guys?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley and Ed, and I think Ken and we were all at dinner, and I said to them, this movie seems good. I've never had this feeling before. So I felt there was a real kind of energy on set there that was, sometimes that happens, and it's not, it doesn't translate to the screen. Sure. Mm-hmm. There's great energy on set, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is," but that one, Todd is a very good editor and a really good very good director that knows how to steer that stuff.
Sure, you sort of need all the components, and you can lose it anywhere along the way. But if you do it, and you're doing maybe you're doing extra takes where you're just trying different jokes and screwing around. Plus, we all remember The Hangover wasn't a huge movie, and it was probably not a big budget, and you're not going into it going, "Oh, I just got the Avengers." It's like, "Oh, I just got a comedy. It could go away. It could be nothing, but it blows up obviously into a huge thing." So it would be probably even scarier to audition for something if you know it's that big. Like people that are auditioning for the sequel are like, "Holy shit, this is a huge movie."
Yeah, I had to audition for the sequel.
You did?
Hollywood. That's
you're gonna read with Brad
you were
Cooper
so
in this.
Good in the
like,
first one.
That's great.
I had this guy come up to me once, and he goes, "Hey, are you an actor?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Are you the guy from Hangover 2?" I don't even know how I answered. I think I just walked away. I didn't know what to.
Where's the baby now? You still stay in touch?
They didn't like Todd. He had a baby.
That sounds like Brody. Brody.
Oh my God.
Brody Stevens is a great comedian.
Oh,
and Zach was very good friends. I was friends with.
away.
He toured with me for a while at the very end and passed away. And God, I was just thinking today because I knew you were close to Brody, and so I was clicking from your stuff because I don't know who you are, and I was clicking from you, and then I'm jumping over to Brody's shit trying to remember all his jokes, and I just saw a clip of him, classic Brody, not bombing but getting so mad at the crowd, and the crowd's like, "We didn't do anything wrong." They're just not laughing that much,
right?
And he's going arms crossed, negative. And he was doing all his jokes. I'm dating a girl from Greece, the movie. She's 75. You know how many I was trying to think of all these jokes he has, Dana. I don't know if you knew him. And everyone,
I remember.
we'd stand in the back and laugh.
That talk show on VH1 I was talking about earlier, he was the warm-up guy. Yeah. And I would peek behind the curtain to see what was going on. And Brody just would be going, "Whopper or Big Mac, you make the call."
That's actually probably pretty good. I mean, for a warm-up guy, just energy, right?
You know what? He did it on our Lights Out show, and I'd peek my head at the same thing, and they go, "Hey, something's going on out there," and he goes, You're negative. You don't deserve David Spade. He was in Police Academy 4. He's from Michigan, and he's not coming out until I give the green light." And I'm going, what? Why is he yelling at the crowd? And the crowd is like 9 people, but he had so many goddamn fucking.
One of my favorite
jokes.
moments with him, is it's early on, and we were hanging out. We were at my apartment in Santa Monica, and Margaret Cho was on television, and we were just watching in silence. I don't mean it like that, but we're just watching it, and after a couple minutes, Brody just yells at the TV, not trying to be funny. "She had a sitcom. Why come me don't have one?"
Why come me?
Why come me don't have one? He answered his own question.
He goes, he goes, "I'm doing pretty well in show business. I'm finally able to take my mom out to lunch and pay for half." Right? Is that it? I'm a professional mangler. One more. I am not a member of the Mile High Club, but I did masturbate on the Ferris wheel at the Pomona County Fair. So many jokes. He was so funny. But I'm saying him because he was in, I think you put him in one or two things, because he goes, you know me, I'm the guy from Hangover, Hangover 2, Due Date, Cut Out of Funny People.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I think, Todd saw Brody, Todd Phillips saw Brody while I was doing shows at the old Largo. So that's why Brody's in those movies. I didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay.
If I had something to do with it, he wouldn't have been in any of them.
Todd's got a good eye, though. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But I miss him so much. I was missing him so much. David, I may have told you this the other day, but there wasn't a podcast, so I'll say it again. But I was missing this guy we're talking about, Brody, and he was known for alienating audiences. That was one of the reason I think comics
One of
liked
his
him.
charms, yeah.
Perversely, is we would all rush out to see him turn audiences away.
We had a few of those in San Francisco.
And he's bombing in Montreal, who used to have this baseball team, and blah, blah, blah. And Brody just looks out at the audience while he's bombing, and he yells out, "No wonder the Expos left!"
He was a pitcher at ASU, I think, and he goes, I threw 88 with movement. He would say that in the middle of his act, too. A very funny guy. I won't read all his jokes. So Hangover worked out for you? Is that the end of that story?
Yeah. Did you, so this is the first time you're getting actual extra money? Yeah. Did you buy a Rolls Royce or anything? I mean, did you do anything with, what was that like when you first had extra money?
Yeah.
I bought 4 elephants.
Smart.
No, I bought a place. I bought a place in North Carolina, a farm. I'm not a farm, but a place to try to be a farmer.
For a nickel.
But I don't live there anymore. But yeah, I got that, and then
You went home and bought them all? Just to show off.
I don't remember. I got a lot of fur coats for all my aunts. Sure.
Did you?
Everybody gets a fur coat.
Did you like to farm, right?
Oh, I mean, my fantasy is to be a farmer one day. But I look, that's hard work. It's like for some entertainment guy to say that is kind of, but that's what I feel like. If not farm, it's more gardening, to be honest.
Okay,
but I have a tractor.
It sounds bigger, yeah.
I have a tractor. I'm getting.
Do you drive it around?
No, Dana. It's for my Insta.
But gardening,
I like to work with my hands.
Yeah.
I masturbate, ladies and gentlemen. You got it. That's Brody again. Oh yeah, he goes. I did. I've been doing porno. I do a one-man scene on a yoga mat in Chatsworth. I don't know. Let's talk about Baskets. Baskets was a great show. I don't have to tell this crowd. You don't have to tell this crowd, Zach. They know.
Baskets.
That's it.
You only do cool stuff,
Yeah.
seems to me. I've done a lot of shit.
Cool.
You do a lot of cool stuff.
You do cool stuff.
It seems like you do it on your own
terms.
Like they let you do your thing, which isn't always the case with everyone, and it's sort of the dream for any comedian. Like, let me just do my own thing. Like Curb is always an example of like that would be fun to do something like that where you could just do your own thing. And it's very, very hard to do those things. I mean, people look at it and go, "That's such a great show," or Baskets, but to write it, cast it well, make it make sense, all that stuff is exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of thought that goes into it, and sometimes you get lucky, and most of the time you get unlucky. But sometimes you get lucky with things kind of come to place. I mean, I think that show, if I could bore you with it a bit, is we were just trying to be. I had not seen regular people on television portrayed without. I just wanted to ground a comedy
Like
so
the
it could be
sheen
emotional.
of Hollywood on them, yeah.
With not this I wanted it to be dusty, and I wanted it to be more real than I have seen, especially the comedy world. And I asked John Kreisel, the director of it, can you figure out this dusty world I'm trying to tell you about, in this rodeo clown world? So, we did our research a little bit and started casting and writing it, and yeah, it's a show it was so fun to work on, and yeah, it was a lot of fun and a lot of work. I was just thinking about Louis Anderson when I was talking about it, and I just heard he died today. He would have fucking laughed.
Yes.
Oh, he would have loved
Every
that.
comedian laughs at any joke by that.
Oh
Louis,
my God, Louis was.
When did that strike you? When did you figure that out? I'm gonna have Louis play my mom.
Louis C.K. and I were
All the Louis.
Well, there were two Louis in this
Louis C.K.
conversation.
Louis.
Louis C.K. and I were talking about the mother, to cast the mother, and he was asking me what I was thinking about, and I said, well, I'd already called this British actress named Brenda Blethyn, who I really, really like, but for some reason that didn't work out, and or she didn't get the email. That's what I think. There was just she didn't get the email. So I was telling Louis, I was kind of imitating the voice. This is a story I've told many times, but and I was doing the voice, and he looked at me and he goes, like Louis Anderson's voice? Wow. And I said, yeah. And Louis goes, should we call him? And I went, yeah. And that was it. Wow. There was this weird, Louis had, and I didn't know this, but he had been channeling his mom on stage for a long time.
Yeah.
And that was kind of that was the lucky part about it. But I had always loved him. I loved his vulnerability, even in his stand-up. If you can observe these kind of things, it's fun to kind of try to figure out. And I thought, he can do it, but I don't want it drag.
Right. It has to be real.
The first day they put a lot of makeup on him, and I was like, can we get some of that off? He's the part. So just, we put some wonderful costumes on him, and the makeup was wonderful. And Louis is, I think when you come from such a background like he did, I think his tenderness came from pain. On cue.
Jesus.
I told my manager, it's like, if I say something cool,
someone ruined
make sure you beep something. If I get choked up talking about Louis, beep it so it breaks up the ice.
This is a good audience.
But no, I think Louis had this thing in him that was really could throw it out.
Heartbreaking pathos in his stand-up, and a brilliant stand-up and storyteller.
But on set, I would die laugh at work with him.
He was funny every second.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God, he just was so great.
Mm-hmm.
You probably knew Louis. I when I first got to town when I was 20, this is at least 8 years ago. I was so I don't know where I saw Louis somewhere, and I didn't know him. I was in the hallway at the Improv, but he was nice, and I was trying to audition at the Improv or the Comedy Store. Those are the big ones to get in. And but I was 20, and I had an okay act. I had about 8 minutes, and so he says, "Why don't you audition for Mitzi?" And I go, "Oh, I don't even know how to do that." And he said, "I'll bring you down." So I went down there, met him. He went and told Mitzi on their audition night, and I went in the Comedy Store right here. Did my set, did okay. Came out on the sidewalk on Sunset and just stood there, and he came out and he goes, "She didn't like you." I go, "Oh."
It's tough, man. I auditioned there once, and then you have to go see Mitzi. Did you go over to her table?
No, he was the
You just
middleman.
ushered you out?
He spared me watching her go. I'm sure she would have been rougher about it. He was like, yeah, wanna eat?
I auditioned, and she said to me, "Get some puppets."
It's not bad advice.
Yeah, I auditioned for her and nothing. You know.
Nothing happened. You're in the main room next night.
Yep.
Do you have any?
There's nothing else to ask.
Nothing else to ask.
Knows Fiona Apple. Check.
Do you want to do some?
Oh wait, SNL. We had to ask about SNL. Remember? This whole thing is about
Okay.
SNL. God damn, Danny, you forgot.
I watched both your monologues today. I'd seen them before.
Dana had a big day.
I'm telling you, I've been researching for 11 hours. No, Saturday Night Live, 2010, 2011, hosting both times.
Yeah.
And someone today mentioned you and Kenan Thompson's What's Up With That?
What's Up With That? Was he in that?
And you came out, this guy with this long flute in this weird jumpsuit.
Yep.
And it's a very
Was that
potent.
the double-sided flute?
Yeah. Does it? You guys remember that?
Dextria's flute?
Yeah.
You just came. You had no lines. You just came out, played,
I didn't
and
even know that was
pranced.
you. I saw it.
Yeah.
But it was something very indelible about that.
Yeah, I remember that. It was. I still have I have the jumpsuit. It's in my closet. I usually don't keep any of that stuff, but I have. It's quite. It's comfortable. I wear it a lot in Canada while I'm chopping wood. Yeah, that was a flute. I remember they had like a double thing guitar, and I was like, I don't know. That seems like can you build a flute where the guy does this? And they did.
Yeah, it's like
that's the great thing about that show. It's like, can you maybe get a prop like this? And they're like, yeah, sure,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
They
It's
can do
magic
anything
that way.
within 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did. I read one. Maybe you were brought in as a guest writer or something. They said there was a Britney Spears sketch that you pitched an idea with you and Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
10 years before, you were brought in as a guest writer or something like that?
Well, I thought I was brought in as a cast member.
You were
And
making
They never tell you what you're brought in
No, I
as.
No
couldn't
one
figure
talks
it
to
out.
you.
There was
Yeah.
a weekend. I was like, oh, I don't. I guess I'm writing. So I wrote. Looking back, I feel really bad about it, but not that it was There were two sketches that I pitched to her, and it was just she and I in this office alone, and
Britney Spears.
the first sketch was Will Ferrell. We were going to shrink him down to be the bodyguard to her belly button.
You love it. Love it.
Right?
That
Yeah,
sounds
it's great.
that sounds funny.
It's great.
So that was basically what I said to her. I remember a tumbleweed going through the conversation. On my bad. I mean, it's not her fault. And then I thought at the time, because she was so kind of pop sugary, I said, look, I think it would be funny if you were to do a straight interview with something like Entertainment Tonight, and you're just answering these banal questions, and you happen to be bleeding from the mouth.
I like that.
I like it too. This sounds like
And
a
she
Monday.
just-
That sounds good.
I just remember she looked at me, and then I remember looking at the ground,
on the ground.
and I remember looking back up, and we made eye contact, and she goes, "Yeah, that's funny."
Ah.
She was nice about it.
She seems very
She
sweet.
was very
yeah.
nice about it, and
That's a funny.
it
That's
could've been
a
a
great
fish
thing
hook
for
or
her
something,
because
yeah.
of blood coming down and trying to. I mean,
I don't know. I thought maybe it would be kind of a fun thing, but it didn't work. It didn't work for her.
Zach, pop stars shouldn't really bleed on air. Rule number 540. So your monologue. I mean, the second one where you stripped your clothes off. You had a little red jumpsuit on, and then you had a board with letters on it. Like,
Well,
do you want to talk?
No, it's fine.
It's
Well,
incredibly-
it's something I had been doing in my stand-up. I mean, in my late 30s. I was going around the country
with the board. And
with the board
yeah.
in a little Orphan Annie dress and glitter.
The dress too?
Oh yeah, I have.
Oh, that was in your club act.
Oh well, I would at this time I was kind of doing bigger.
Your club act.
Your club act, kid. You got your club act and your
I was
regular
doing
act.
Uncle Tampon's Comedy Cave in Tampa.
Uncle Tampon's comedy.
No, I was doing shows, and so I had that one under.
It was
a thing that
it was so
it was something I liked doing, and I was trying to be absurdist and somewhat political at the same time back then. And sometimes, the only way I felt like I could pull that off, or at least to have a message or two, was to do something very weird. And there were a couple of political jokes buried in that. That and then I would change it from time to time. And I actually got someone tried to sue me because of what was on those flip charts years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So so I would perform as Little Orphan Annie and close out shows. And by the time I was ready to do Saturday Night Live, I think it was 39, dressed as Little Orphan Annie, going around the country.
Yeah, like, but this bit is polished.
Yes, and
very
dancing in a very
seductively.
much too old to be doing that kind of thing.
That was the.
But
they're like, John Hamm did this last week. You're like, what? I've been sitting on this.
I don't even know you.
Yeah, that's I remember that bit. Yeah, God, Jesus, it haunts me.
Do you remember the first time you met Lorne Michaels? It doesn't have to. Any thoughts about him?
No, I don't remember the first time. I mean, no, I do remember in his office. Yeah, in his office. When you host, you go and you go into that awkward meeting thing that is
It's
very
a fun week. You excited?
You're coming off that hangover heat.
Everyone
the
loves
minute
it.
you're hot, you feel yourself getting less hot. Lauren has a lot of.
When you know
Lauren-ism.
you're hot, you're cold. Anyway, let's bring everyone in. They bring everyone in, and then they pitch all the ideas and Zach.
He
says
eats popcorn, right?
Yeah.
He has popcorn
Yeah.
all day long.
You like butter?
unsalted. It's unsalted, isn't it?
Butter?
Butter. I've always liked butter. He's an interesting person.
Jiffy Pop?
What does
Pop.
he think of
Orville
everybody's
I don't know.
He never talks about it?
I don't think he knows I'm doing one. It's so bad. But Dana's is...
He asked
Dana's
me
is good.
once on an
Yeah.
airplane. I've been doing it for years behind the scenes, but it was too embarrassed to do it in front of him. So he asked me, he said, like, when you do me, what do you do?
Right.
And I balked at that moment, But years later, I was at a restaurant with Lauren and his two assistants and Rob Lowe in Santa Monica, and he said, do it for me. So I started to do it, and I said it was just him at the board on the Wednesday night picking the show, and he would get mad. He'd go, "I still have no fucking first act," and then he'd go into the bathroom. And coincidentally, this is a true story. So he's doing that, and then he tells me to tell the Paul McCartney story when I met him at Lorne Michaels' house. So I'm doing Paul like this and going on and on like that. Lauren's looking up and goes, "Could be, yes, yes." And I did an impressionist tap out, and it's Paul. And I'm going, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And then
Oh, Paul was behind you, and he
Paul
knew
was
he was
there.
coming in.
I had it. I get tapped out. Once I had John Travolta. I was on stage in Denver, and I'm, these guys are going crazy like that. And then tap out. It's John Travolta.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's an impressionist tap out. But anyway, Lauren, I think at this point gets it. Everyone does it. I think he's kind of likes it. I believe. Don't you think so?
Funny, it's compliment.
It's
I mean,
funny
there's
and
nothing
silly.
negative
We all
about
love
it.
him. I mean, he's brilliant. The Lauren, his isms, his life little things. Marriage is a prison everyone's trying to escape into.
That's a great one.
Wow, that's good.
I mean, and he's got tons of those. He talked about funny people. Where you going to live? Are you going to be around funny people? Because there's like only 900 of us on the planet at any given time. And 900 was like the perfect number. Like, really? Is that about it? Like 20 in Poland and like 18 there's only 900 funny people on the planet.
Feels a little heavy for Paul.
But Lauren, he's a little heavy.
Maybe. maybe low teens.
So you do The Hangover. You're
Yeah,
very
what is that-
successful. You do Baskets. You do Saturday Night Live.
This is a big summary.
Big summary. I have some basic questions.
Yeah,
for
go.
you.
Yeah, let's drill
These
them.
are just
Drill them
basic
hard.
questions. When you give to charity, is it for ego fulfillment or to help people?
It's a good one. Yeah.
I think if people don't know that you've given, then you haven't given.
Yeah. Finally.
Or at least that's the motto of this fucking town.
When I do The Wire, I call the press people at the exact same time. I go, this wire's not going out without Yahoo News knowing. Let's put us all on one email.
The best thing about being famous is
good table at Soup Plantation.
my best feature is hair.
Hangover.
Hangover. Did you say hangover?
Feature film?
No.
No, my best feature. Oh. I thought it was like looks.
That's what I. That's how I
took it as looks. Okay. Yes.
I have I have good legs.
All
I have
right.
nice legs.
Would you describe yourself as an empath or a narcissist?
There's no middle ground at all.
I don't know.
I don't even know what
just got
either of
these
those
out of a
mean.
book
You know
today.
what an empath is?
Not
and a
really.
narcissist.
Empath is
somebody like
empathy.
you feel feelings.
Oh, I do. Okay, I'm that one.
Yeah.
You are so totally that one.
I am.
Can I tell you? David said that I was driving here tonight, and David, a few years ago, a bunch of people were in the green room,
Yeah.
and we were all just talking about stand up and where we used to do it, and how the old days. And David just goes, when I first started doing stand up, as everybody leaves the room. And
I saw people start to go.
It makes me laugh all the time. I think about it all the time.
Dude, he was here 2 weeks ago, and I talked to him for 3 minutes, and I laughed so hard. I go, I can't even talk to you anymore because I knew we were doing this, and I go, God, he makes me laugh so fucking hard. And then I came over here because you're one of my favorites, and I start to watch his stand up, and I go, oh no. And then I had to go after you, and everyone's like, ugh.
That's not true.
Everyone-
That's weird because that's a different interpretation of how I felt after that show.
Oh,
because
really?
You handed me my hat like that was a tough set.
Well, I do that to get in your
wait a
head.
minute, you followed him?
No,
Okay,
his.
all right. There was.
He left his hat on stage, so I grabbed it, and he was leaving, and I went back, and some Davy Crocker, it's like some, and I gave it to him, and I was like, hey, fuck that crowd, man. That's a good one. Then they go, huh?
That's the worst thing you can hear when you get
Yeah.
off. Oh, fuck that crowd. That says you bombed.
They don't get you.
That's the worst.
Oh
No.
my god.
God damn it.
Okay, well, let's let him wrap up. He's been good. He put in his hours.
How
Put in his hours.
what? So this is a podcast.
I don't know.
We'll edit it. We'll
This will
find
be
some-
6 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Huh?
You sit through it and you edit it. And
No,
No,
it'll
we
be
don't
as
edit
is.
anything.
How long are they usually?
7 hours.
No, they're usually about an hour-ish.
Okay.
So we just went over an hour.
hour
We're okay.
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Are you angling for more money?
yeah.
Are you amazed how disorganized and amateurish we are?
Well, I thought they were.
don't
I know. I actually. The fact that you guys and I saw you guys get these chairs out of your cars.
We're on a budget. Flanny is tight.
So I was impressed with that. Very impressed.
No, I like it. I'm a little nervous talking to Zach. It's fun. It's great to see you. I don't see you much. Always fun to see you on stuff, and it's great. And no bullshit.
We
and
think
great the same way, I
we
think.
butter our people up, but we're sincere. You know, you're one of the Mount Rushmore
Yeah,
all time
great.
comedians. It's
So funny.
of our generation. I
Yeah,
really mean
very
that.
interesting, dude. Always interesting.
I draw a line between you and Will Ferrell only in the sense of the commitment because Will said no one will ever outcommit me.
Yeah.
But you commit. No one can outcommit you.
Yeah.
Well, Will is one of those guys that Jesus, that the way he
I'm so funny.
goes and even does like side bits when you're at work that that man is. I remember when we were working together at the time, it was the terrible. Yeah, and the news was the terrible Penn State. Yeah. And Will's a big sports fan, and he was following that stuff. And I, at that time, I was working on getting the statue of who's Penn State's coach?
Paterno.
I wanted to put that in Will's yard.
I'm a big molester fan. I was following that case too.
It's gonna be a very interesting podcast.
It's okay.
You're revealing yourself.
It's
That's good.
okay now.
Supposed to be authentic.
I know. These are all just, I don't know. We're at Largo. It doesn't matter.
It's Largo, but thanks.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Dana. Thanks, David. Thanks,
Zach,
you guys.
thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
coming
Thanks
on.
to the audience.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a great night.